we're all world-class yappers. Welcome to another episode of Where's the Remote? Each week we're breaking down the TV everyone's talking about in sci-fi, drama, reality TV, and everything in between. I'm your host, Steven, joined here by my stupendous co-host,
Ooh, I
Regine.
like that one.
You know,
Stupendous.
I try to switch. I try to switch it up for you. I try to switch it up for you. And today we're taking a step back from the weekly releases to launch a special deep dive series. We've completed our rewatch of The Walking Dead, but you know we couldn't just leave it there. So we are kicking off our special Walking Dead post-mortem series, and throughout this series we'll be looking at the whole legacy of the show, what made it iconic, the tragic moments, and the choices that had all of us screaming at our screens. To help us kick off the series, our first ever guest on the Where's the Remote show, we are joined by the incredible Alexandria. Don't get it confused with the location Alexandria in The Walking Dead, aka Hallie across TikTok and YouTube. Repping the DMV, she's been making some of the best content on your feed, focused on TV, film, and pop culture content that transforms her personal watch journey into a shared community experience. Thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. How you feeling? Matter of fact, how is everyone feeling? How is everybody's week? It's Friday, the best day of the week.
Alexandria, you start, girl, because I just be complaining.
I, I feel good. The clapping just now made me feel like I was on an episode of That's So Raven, so that was great.
I mean, you can get another one. You can get another one.
But no, I'm doing great. I've been looking forward to this since we first started planning it and everything. So excited. As you all know, I love talking about TV shows.
Yeah,
whatever
of course.
I'm watching. And I just love meeting more people who are like-minded, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love to watch TV. I watch TV for fun, personally. So, yeah.
Do I watch TV for fun? I feel like I watch TV for fun. I also watch TV as like a part of my routine. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I spent a day and my TV was not on.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
how
good
I end my day watching TV. Like, it's like, ooh, I get to watch TV.
If I didn't turn my TV on, it was a rough day. Best believe a bottle has been opened if I didn't turn my TV on.
Something. I must be exhausted not to watch TV.
Yeah, that's actually because now that I think about it, I think I'm always watching TV. Now in the background.
Yeah, like I remember, I forgot who I was arguing with. I don't know if it was like my mom or one of my friends when I moved, and she was like, "Are you gonna get a second TV?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "But you already have one," and I'm like, "But there's not one in the living room."
You need one in every room.
Like, what do you mean? If I could, I'll put one in the kitchen too. Like,
right, that's why I have my iPad. Because I am watching my show while I'm cooking.
TV is necessary. It stops me from ranting about more serious issues and like being an agent of chaos.
Yeah,
like
for
what
sure.
is for the
I get
TV?
to thinking about so many things.
Listen. I'll be out here like Malcolm.
Decompress. Like I'll watch the most stressful television ever, but that's how I decompress from everything else going on in the world.
Yes.
I'm like, let me see these fictional people deal with these fictional situations in this fictional universe and just focus on that instead of everything else that's going on.
Yes, and The Walking Dead is a perfect show to do that.
Exactly. But let's get started a little bit. Obviously, wanted to give a little origin of why and how I don't even want to say discover. Discover seems like the wrong term. How I came across Alexandria's content. I obviously was, doom scrolling as we all do on TikTok from time to time. And then I forgot what clip it was, but it was one of your clips talking about The Walking Dead. I was like, she talks like us. She has the same same sort of opinion. And The Walking Dead has always been like a big show ever since it came out. But there was always like pockets. You primarily see, white people talk about The Walking Dead. You didn't really see a large pocket of people, black and brown people that were talking about The Walking Dead that had a platform. So when I saw your account, I was like, oh, nah, we need her on the show. We need her on the show. So that's how it all originated. Shout out to the algorithm. Finally did something right.
Right. No, I love that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love talking about TV shows too, because I watch exclusively scripted television. I don't
Yeah.
watch reality. And
Oh.
a lot of times, I think a lot of Black content creators who talk about TV shows, typically reality TV.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with reality TV. Everyone's got their interests. Nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Mhm.
And like you said, a lot of like fandom type spaces, typically you don't see people who look like us. So I'm always more than willing to kind of shove my face in there. Like, hey, we're here.
Right.
We're here. Like from Grey's Anatomy,
Yes.
The 100, The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. Like,
Yes.
it doesn't matter. I'm like, Black people watch everything.
Yeah,
So
we do.
Fun
yeah.
fact, one of the original names that I have for the show, I don't think I even told Regine
No, you
this.
didn't. So I'm like, what is it?
One of the original names I have for the show was We Watch TV Too. Like, to have
Oh,
this
I
sort
love
of
that. Yeah.
theme of,
Yeah.
we watch the same shit white people watch. Like,
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, with the cone on. Riley.
I'm
Um,
screaming.
but
we
yeah, we do watch the same things,
Yeah.
even though a lot of times you don't see us in your shows.
Yeah.
Trust and believe the audience is there.
Yeah.
And we're just as loud. We're
Yeah.
just as involved and crazy about these shows as every other demographic of fan who watches. So I'm always more than happy for someone to be like, "Oh my God, girl, you never shut the hell up about this show." And I'm gonna be like, "You're absolutely right. I don't know how to like things a normal amount. So it's
Yeah.
true all or nothing with
Yeah.
me."
Yeah.
So me posting, I think I'm at 140 something videos about The Walking Dead.
Oh, I love that.
seems a little low. Seems a bit low. Seems a bit
Right,
low.
right. I mean, compared to Grey's Anatomy, I think I hit like 250 in all my Grey's Anatomy videos, and that's just the ones in the playlist. That's not even
Yeah.
because I rewatched The Walking Dead last year too. I just didn't finish it, and there's at least maybe 30 videos that just aren't in the playlist I have now because they were from last year. I just think if you love something, talk about it, especially if it's not hurting anyone. Talk
Yeah.
about it.
This is true. This
Great
is very
advice.
true.
Great advice.
This is
Great
true.
advice.
So I have to ask you, what hooked you to The Walking Dead in the first place? Did you watch it back then? Did you catch it on streaming? And if you had to pick one season, what is the season that you think is the best, or you just find most appealing to you?
Okay, so how I got into it, I was actually very late to the game. I am a scaredy cat, scared of everything. I didn't even watch Harry Potter until I was like 23. Like I didn't, everything scares me. So when I was first introduced, I want to say my grandma was watching it. My grandma actually gets me hip to all the TV shows,
Oh my
like from
God.
Vampire Diaries to The Walking Dead to Supernatural. My grandma watched it first and told me about it. And she tried to get me to watch it. And I remember the very first episode, that intro scene. It's like this little girl walking on the highway carrying like a teddy bear or something. You
Yeah.
can tell she's a zombie. That freaked me the hell out. Like I was like, absolutely not. I remember hitting
The
pause,
opening thing scared you.
opening scene, like it just, I was so tense in the suspense, I couldn't take it. And that was when I was like in high school. And then I think it was my sophomore year of college. So what year was that? Like 2017, 2018. I remember it was one weekend I just decided not to go out one Friday night. Laid in my bed. I remember I had my laptop like on my chest on my little twin extra long dorm room bed.
Stop. Please
And
stop.
and I just hit play and I binged it for like, I don't even think I slept that night. And I didn't do anything else that weekend. I just watched it. I think I got to like season 3 or 4 in one weekend.
Wow.
And I remember I didn't tell any of my friends I was watching it because I didn't want anyone to spoil it for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in the zone watching it. And I was obsessed. And then I finally told them once I made it to like season 5.
Uh-huh.
That way I didn't have to risk them spoiling it for me. Because if someone would have spoiled it for me, I probably would have turned into the Joker.
Yeah.
Do that. So, and then I watched it all, fell in love with it. And then my favorite season, oh gosh, that's hard. It's really, I remember when I first watched, my favorite season was the prison season, season 3. I just loved
What did
that.
I say? What did I
that.
say?
That's interesting because I do have a follow-up to that. But please go ahead. Go ahead.
Loved it. But in this current rewatch, I think my favorite season might be season 5. Season 5, that's where season 4 they were looking for each other. Season 5, they're all reunite. Like Carol takes out Terminus, and then they're
Beginning of Alexandria.
at the end of it, they meet Aaron. Yeah, I think season 5 is my favorite. Between Farrell, Rick, the buildup of them all coming together, Carol taking out Terminus, Rick and Carl being reunited with Judith. Like, it was just it's such a good season.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite season now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What when you watched it the first time in that binge session, what was the moment or what was the scene that was like, oh yeah, I'm locked in. Like I'm here. So for, I guess the example is like The Boys. If you watch The Boys, obviously when Huey's girlfriend dies, it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I need to watch the rest of this.
Yeah.
So what in The Walking Dead was like, oh okay, I'm locked in.
That's a good question. I think it was Rick waking up in the hospital, because
Really?
that was part of the storyline. Like, I didn't know anything going into The Walking Dead other than that it's about zombies. That's it. And I think just the idea of waking up from a coma in a hospital that's been taken over by walkers.
Yeah.
No idea what is going on, because you already disoriented from waking up from a coma because you were shot on the job. And then you're walking around, you're freaking, your gown, no shoes, just shivering, walking around, trying to figure out what's going on. Like, I think that is when I was like, oh my God, what is this about? And then, like, seeing him trying to get connected with his family, all of that, I think that was, so it was pretty early on when it had me locked in, because I had to get past that little girl on the.
Once you got past that, you were locked in.
Past that suspense, I just knew she was gonna jump out and do something crazy. I had to get past her. Once I did, though, it did not take me long to really get into it.
Okay. Regine, I guess I have to ask you the same question, because I don't. Obviously, we've talked about it because we watched it, but I don't think I asked you that in the moment, because I know you didn't love season 1 that much, and then I think I know your answer. I think it's season 2 once Dale died.
Yeah,
once Dale died, that's
you
when.
know it.
Okay.
You know it. Yeah, once Dale died, because everything was like a slow burn. Obviously, the first season is the foundation, trying to understand the world and all of that. No, you're good with your dog. It's hilarious.
I tried to hide it.
And then, when they got to the farm, like, that was cool, but it was still like understanding Hershel, understanding Maggie, understanding this group that they didn't even know each other, and getting together and really like creating this family together. So once Dale died, I just didn't see Dale dying so early on. And so like how he died and all of that that was a crazy scene, because that was after his humanitarian speech and all of that. And then he dies and they have to literally shoot him in the head, even though he was just talking about shooting somebody.
Yeah.
Talk about some storytelling, some writing, all of that.
It definitely raised the stakes of the show.
Yes.
For sure.
So we brought this up a little bit earlier about when your initial watch, you loved season 3. Regine also loves season 3.
Yes.
Masterclass. And I think in one of your videos you mentioned something. So I guess I'm gonna just throw this out on the floor for you both to respond to. So Regine has said that she feels as though the prison arc changed the group forever. But you have also mentioned that you think Rick wasn't the same after Terminus. So thoughts, opinions, open floor.
I agree that I think the prison arc did change them. I think, gosh, that group went through hell and back.
What? It's hard.
Almost impossible to pinpoint the moment where there was like no turning back for them. But I think that's why I like the prison so much, because it was so crazy to see them gain sort of like a sense of comfort just for it to be snatched away.
Yeah.
Like, and I think them gaining that level of comfort made it like they were always chasing that high again. Like, they were constantly chasing,
because they could never get comfortable after that.
Right. One could argue the farm did that too.
Yes.
But the prison, because it had walls, like the farm, while it was secluded, it was not nearly as protected as the prison.
And it
So
wasn't theirs. Like, the prison
right,
was
right.
theirs.
Yeah.
It
The
was
whole
theirs.
group.
Yeah, and they
Mm.
fought for it. Like, they
Yeah.
fought those other prisoners who were stuck in there. Like,
Mhm.
they shed blood for that prison. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I do think it gave, it let them know that it was possible to have, like, a community of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Terminus, that was just like, Terminus was that was some twisted minds coming up with Terminus. I didn't read the comics, but my God, when I realized they was cannibals for the first time, I remember being like, "Oh my God, what
What
the
are we
hell?"
watching? Yeah.
Right. Like, but I guess it makes sense in a apocalyptic world like that. People are gonna
Yeah.
start doing some crazy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Quick question for you. You talked about cannibalism. I always have to ask this question. Have you ever watched Yellow Jackets?
I have not, but it was pitched to me as the lesbian cannibal show, so I can't lie and say that
I'm
it
dead.
They're not wrong.
They're
Yeah.
not. However, comma.
There's way more to
Yes.
it, but they're not wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
literally how it was pitched to me. Someone was like, "You should." It was after I finished Supernatural for the first time. Someone in my comments was like, "You should watch Yellow Jackets," and I was like, "What's it about?" They were like, "Lesbian cannibals." All right, you sold me. Can't lie.
Right.
Might defeat it, but
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah,
Intrigued. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, that's
That's
hilarious.
hilarious.
That's hilarious. All right, and then the last question before we start the show for real, and this is for both of you as well. What season is the best or favorite version of Rick Grimes?
Season 5.
Mm.
Because I think I saw
Yeah,
this on.
that was a quick answer.
Yeah, it's gonna be season 5 or season 6, Rick, for me.
Fair. Yeah,
Mm.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
think
season 5 is Terminus. When they leave Terminus, and he's telling the group, "We need to go back and get them on out of here," and it was like,
Yeah.
"Nah, we're good." It's like,
Yeah,
"Are you?" Not
right.
really.
Yeah. And then they did something.
Knocking Aaron out because he didn't trust them.
Yeah,
Basically telling Deanna, "Don't trust me because we've been through some shit."
right.
Bro, season 5 is when is that when he pointed
Price
the
I got
gun?
throw out.
Oh yeah,
No.
when he kills Pete.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, what did you say?
What did I say?
When I
Or
think you
season
said when he
5 is
put.
when they killed the husband and they killed Reg and Pete.
That was season 6.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was top of season
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
It was 5-ish, 6. I think season
Yeah.
5 is the finale when that happens, and then season 6
Okay.
is when
Yeah,
they.
you're right. The
Yeah,
next you're right. That was
yeah,
season 5. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This
Yeah.
is
yeah.
a tough question because it's like Rick changes like in so many different versions from like him killing Shane and like that version of him to like after Governor and that version of him. I do love Savage Rick the most when he don't think and he just do. I love me some Savage Rick. Ooh, it's hard.
Darryl Rick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, I have Rick Grimes and Darryl on my wall right
I'm
here.
dead.
I was trying to find the picture of him like covered in blood after he bites that guy's throat out, but I
Oh
couldn't
yes.
picture it with enough
You
lighting.
might see something similar. So just throwing it out there. Just throwing it
Listen.
out there.
Oh God.
No, looking
What?
back, reminiscing.
Yes.
Like, I love Darryl too. That's why I have both of them. But yeah, he has so many eras. Because also at the end of season 2, after Dale dies, the Rick Tatum clip,
That
which I
speech.
love that. Yeah, he was like,
I
"This
killed
is
my
how
best friend for
it's
you people.
right." That I love that. There's so
Yes.
many. Honestly, I think of Rick Grimes and like how attractive he is in the scene. Like that's how like resonate. Like it because honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, season 6 and season 7 Rick I said season 5 and 6 are my favorite, but I think season 4 and 5 are my favorite, and season 6 and 7 are my least favorite.
Well, he started becoming a little pussy, or when
Yeah.
he became too overconfident. With
Yes.
yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
I
like
tried to warn you. I
Yeah.
tried to warn you when we was coming up on that. I was like, yo, he's been too
Yeah.
but
confident.
I still liked it because I love Savage Rick because his savagery did get them in a terrible, spot. However,
It
him
did protect
afterward
them for a long
yeah,
Yeah.
period of time. It
yeah,
did
yeah,
protect
yeah,
them. It did protect them. So fair.
yeah.
All right. Gotta of course give you guys our call to action before we get started. If you of course want our deep cut, ad-free breakdowns of seasons 1 through 7 of The Walking Dead, make sure you tap in and join us on Patreon. The entire series is available right now. So if you want to support Black creators, binge our entire catalog, just click the link in the description. But today we are putting the biggest, most chaotic decisions made throughout the Walking Dead history on the hot seat for our official decision board. For every scenario, we're asking two things. First, was the decision smart or dumb? And second, what's the what if domino effect? Because in this universe, one choice changes the entire timeline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kill or be killed. What did
Listen,
the governor say? You
you
either ki
either kill or die, or you die to kill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. He
Yeah.
ain't shit, but that was a bar.
Yeah. I hate
That was
that was
yeah,
Hate
good.
the
that was
governor.
definitely a bar. That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely a bar. So for people who might be slightly confused or just want some insight, think about Rick locking Andrew out of the courtyard instead of just putting a bullet in him back in season 3. Rick thought he was leaving him for dead, but Andrew survives, sneaks back in, and turns the prison sirens on. That single choice causes the Walker breach that kills T-Dog, forces Lori into emergency childbirth, kills
Mhm.
Lori, and completely shatters Rick's mental state. What if Rick just executes Andrew on the spot? Lori lives, T-Dog survives, and Rick never loses his mind talking to dead people on the phone. So
Mhm.
all of these decisions, yeah, he was bugging out. All these decisions matter. Like when that, and which is something I never really thought about before. I've always enjoyed the show for what it is, and
Yeah.
then earlier this year, myself and Regine watched it. I've been watching it for like maybe the fifth time. This is the first time Regine was watching it in completely. And so I've always enjoyed it, but like really analyzing it and breaking it down, which is why I love your videos so much, is you start to think and see how it really is a domino effect. Like
Yeah.
one little decision or lack thereof leads to so many different things, which makes the writing just spectacular for X amount of
Yes.
seasons before,
Yeah.
it gets a little shaky. Gets a little shaky.
Yeah. Because even like with the example of Andrew coming back and turning on the siren, Rick lost his mind after like all the stuff that led to Rick losing his mind.
Yeah.
That's when he first met Sasha and Tyreese.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Tyreese then went on to the governor and was like, "Oh yeah, that guy's a little off his rocker. Yeah, I'd be happy to tell you like what the
Yeah.
map was like inside," which led to the governor knowing how like it really was a domino effect. When
Yes.
all he would have had to do was just pop that guy in the head.
Yep.
Right.
Basically. Basically.
Yeah.
Basically. All right, let's get into some of these moments. They are definitely in chronological order, so you guys might be able to guess the next one, but we'll start off with this first moment and I'll break it down after.
I'll tell you the day, Mr. Yo. It's the day I take orders from a nigger.
Hey, come on, bro, that's enough.
Come on.
That means I'm the boss, right? Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody?
Yeah.
Who the hell are you, man?
Officer friendly. Look here, Merle. Things are different now. There are no niggers anymore. No dumb as shit inbred white trash fools either. Only dark meat and white meat. There's us and the dead. We survive this by pulling together, not apart.
Woo! Woo! I mean, one of the first of many important decisions that are made. Obviously, Rick handcuffs Merle to the roof in Atlanta. That decision kicked off the entire Dixon brother dynamic and created an immediate enemy. We obviously know moving forward that they had to go back to go get Merle, which leads to them having to escape, which leads to, and what me and Regine, this, I don't think this has ever been confirmed, but this is just a theory me and Regine have. When Glenn has to drive the car back to the camp, the alarm is going off. we believe the echoes from that alarm is what brings that small herd to the camp in which Ed and Amy die
Yeah.
later on. I think it's that same night,
Yeah.
if I'm not
A couple
mistaken.
hours, like, literally right after that.
Yeah.
Yes. So then on top of that, because Merle obviously cuts off his hand, he ends up at Woodbury. He then runs into Michonne and Andrea. He then runs into, again, Glenn and Maggie, in which we know all the sadistic things that the governor did to Maggie. So many chain of events because of this one decision that Rick made. So, smart decision or dumb decision?
I think it was a smart decision at that moment. At that moment, however, it was not a smart decision for the full scope of things.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Rick and Darryl would have ever been able to bond the way they did if he would have killed
I
Merle.
agree. If Merle was there,
Yeah.
it'd have been a different dynamic between Darryl and Rick. I don't
Yeah.
think Darryl would have ever grown either to who he was, who he will
Nope.
become throughout the
Mhm.
series.
Yeah. I think it was necessary for Rick and Darryl to become
1,000%.
like the get like the brotherhood they needed.
Yeah.
Because yeah. But overall, no. As soon as he said a slur, I was like, kill them all. Like,
He has to go.
I was like,
To go.
but yeah, I think it was a necessary evil for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree because I think even if, let's just say, he were to just handcuff him, and that's, I guess, this is more what if situation. Even if he was to just handcuff him and take him back to the camp, like you both mentioned, I don't think Darryl becomes who he becomes. Then I also think that fractures the group even more because we
Yes.
obviously start to see how Shane interacts, and
Yes.
I could see Shane and Darryl and
Merle
Merle
linking
start to
up.
form their own little group
Yeah.
and, separating themselves and causing much
There-
more.
People are gonna die. Were going to die if that happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree with you both. Definitely a smart decision there. All right. Next one we have here.
Come to the back. Hello? Hello? Close those doors. Watch for walkers. Hello?
Anybody infected?
One of our group was. He didn't make it.
Why are you here? What do you want?
A chance.
That's asking an awful lot these days.
I know.
So, okay, of course, in this scene, the group decides to trust Dr. Jenner and stay at the CDC. We obviously know how that plays out with basically Dr. Jenner on a suicide mission. Locks the group before he pleads with them, before the group pleads with them to let them escape, which I think they all escaped except for Jackie. Jackie decided she wanted to get up out of here.
I agree. I understand. Yeah.
So, smart or dumb decision to, one, go to the CDC, and then two, trust Dr. Jenner because he's the only scientist left in that building.
Yeah. I think it was smart. I
Yeah.
probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe my only hesitancy, I probably would have been asking a lot of questions about like where everybody else at. Like, did you kill him? Like, we need to get to the bottom of that first.
Yeah.
But either way, I still would have went inside. Like, I absolutely the CDC. Like, honestly, probably any government building would have been like the first place I tried to get to. Like,
Yeah.
where else was supposed to go? Walmart, you know? Like,
Get some supplies.
They got guns.
Yeah.
True.
They got everything you
Yeah.
need there.
right. Probably survived for a good amount of time at a Costco.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah.
But then also, to add on to your point, this is a few months after the fall of society. So
Yeah.
department stores and places like Walmart are already like ransacked through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
chances of having not only safety, but then supplies is probably minimal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a smart thing for them to go to the CDC because I feel like, especially the season 1, going to the CDC made them understand the disease too as well. So they knew that the only way you could kill a walker is to shoot him in the head, hit him in the head. And then Rick found out also that if they die, they're also going to live.
We're all infected.
Yeah, we're all infected. So just getting those 2 facts of it all, I think helped them survive throughout the entire series.
I wish they played on that a little bit more because I think the only scene that kind of references the whole that Rick already knows is when him and Shane go to leave Randall, and then they see the 2 police officers or security guards
Oh,
that were
yeah.
already dead,
They
and they
let
were
it
like,
the
"Oh, they
dead.
don't have no bite marks. They don't have
Yeah.
anything. Like, how come they're zombies already?" And Rick doesn't respond to Shane. He just kind of
Keep going.
plays it off. Yeah, like he plays it off. It's like, nigga, we know you know. Like,
Right.
What do you know? Yeah.
There's a scene with Glenn and Darryl when they were in the woods too, when they first saw what was the kid's name? Randall, when he escaped, when Shane pretended he like
Mhm.
got on him, and then Glenn and Darryl found him as a walker, and Darryl was like,
Uh-huh.
he didn't have any bites on him.
oh yeah,
Like,
that too. Yeah, yeah.
but it wasn't, I don't know, I do feel like it could have been addressed a bit more,
Yeah.
especially as they came across new people. Because they're kind of, it was kind of like assumed that everyone found out,
Right.
but I'm like, they probably was plenty of people. Because I'm like, I probably wouldn't have been around long enough to find out. If someone looked like they died, I'd be like, well, bye.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I agree with y'all. It definitely was the right decision. It was at that point, it was the safest place that they could
Yeah.
have gone to, so they had no
For
choice.
sure.
Yeah. And they
All
had
right.
food and wine.
Oh, Lord.
Sophia, you have to do exactly as I say. Hide in there. Squeeze him tight. I'll draw him away from you. Listen. They don't get winded. I do. And I can only deal with them one at a time. I wouldn't be able to protect you. This is how we both survive. You understand? Okay. Go.
Well, that was clearly a lie.
It really wasn't. Just kids don't listen.
They don't.
I mean, yes, but you put them in the most impossible situation. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know how much he knew. Did he know that Carol and her were being abused by Ed? I don't think he knew what kind of state both of them were in.
I think everybody knew at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had only just got there, and we always used to say, once Rick gets somewhere, he never can focus on one thing because there's way too much shit going on. Way too much shit going on.
Everybody. Yeah.
Way too much shit going on. But obviously, that's a scene where Sophia gets scared by a walker on the highway. So then Rick attempts to save her without wanting to let off a gunshot, and he didn't have no weapons on him. He decides to make Sophia hide under some sort of creek or whatever it is and tries to lure the walkers away, only for Sophia to not stay where she was at. And then we already know what happens
after that.
what happens after that. So, smart or dumb decision to let Sophia hide in a high intensity situation?
I think
Because she's like, what, 9, I think?
that's what I was gonna ask. How old is she? Because I'm so bad at knowing the age of kids. Either you're a baby or you're like a teenager. So
I think in the comics and then also in the show, her and Carl are supposed to be the same age of like 9, 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Carl was 10 in the first season.
Yeah,
I thought he was like 6.
I know, right?
We saw the growth spurt. You did see the growth spurt.
Yeah, but he even had like a baby face. Like he looked so young. Okay. Well, in that case, I think it was a smart decision. I think he was thinking of Sophia as if Sophia was Carl. Because even if Carl wouldn't have stayed there, I think he would have understood what the hell he meant when he said, keep the sun on your left shoulder. That would have confused the hell out of me.
Yes.
I would have been like, you want me to do what? Like,
yes.
yeah. I think Carl would have been able to survive that. Either he would have remembered where he ran or something. Even this early on, I think Carl would have like followed those instructions, whether it was staying there or keeping the sun on his left shoulder or whatever. But Sophia, they were two very different kids.
Yeah, they were. They
Yeah.
were. I think it was smart for him to do what he did, but dumb because they're children. Like children, to your point, children aren't going to listen. They can't comprehend. They're already too scared. It's like, do what? Huh? I would just stay there. Ate me up. I don't care.
Right.
And this is only a few hours after the camp got attacked.
Yeah.
And she, even though he was a piece of shit, she found out her father died. Like, that's a lot of trauma. And then,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then also, it's like, because of that, because Rick did that, they were looking for her for how long?
Half a season 2. Like, half a season 2.
And isn't that like, they were still looking for her and that's why Carl got shot?
Yes. Partially, because there was that lockup on the highway. Like, there were mad cars that were preventing them from moving forward.
Yeah.
Like,
so what's your final verdict? Because I think it's dumb.
I think it's dumb too. I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb.
I don't know. Part of me wants to say she was dumb, but shit, she was kids.
I mean, I think they got together,
Because in my head, the worst case scenario, she's like, what, maybe 50, 60 pounds? He could have carried her back to where the group was at, and then somebody else could have killed those 2 walkers.
Right. I'm going to say it was dumb because just looking back, every time I rewatch it, I'm just like, there was only 2 of them. Like, but also this was like the beginning. Like Rick wasn't Rick.
They didn't really understand. Yeah.
Like season 5 Rick, hell, season 3 Rick would have handled that.
Yeah.
Like probably would have handled it while carrying her. Like it wouldn't have you. But this is pre-killing Shane Rick.
Yeah.
So,
This is really officer friendly for real.
Oh yeah,
very much
100%,
that. Yeah,
100%. All right, I'm glad we agree. I didn't want to be the odd man out. It's like, oh, look at the man being a man. All right, here is the next scene.
Come on! Take it out the way! Please!
Get behind me. Come on.
Obviously, Shane, seeing Rick and Hershel bring back a walker to the farm, loses it and runs to the barn, opens the barn. They, as a group, they collectively start taking down some of the walkers, and then we, of course, get Sophia as the last walker. This definitely fractured the group because you had some people who were on Shane's side. Obviously, Hershel had to deal with the reality of the situation, but he was also very upset and asked them to leave the farm initially. So smart decision or dumb decision by Shane for opening the barn?
I got to give Shane his 10s here. I think it was smart. I think having walkers right there was stupid. So killing them was smart. Do I think the way he went about it was dumb as hell considering they needed Hershel and the farm? Absolutely. But killing them, no, I think that was smart. Them things had to go. And again, they would have been looking for Sophia for how long?
Yeah, because Darryl was getting restless. He was really blaming himself, and so was Rick at that point.
And if they wouldn't have found Sophia in there, who knows? If they just would have thought they never found Sophia again, will we have the Carol we have today?
No.
No. Yeah, she needed that wake up call.
She did.
I would sacrifice Sophia for Carol every time. sorry. Carol's like, girl, like,
I
I'm
know.
sorry. That's just the way it crumbles.
That's
I
real.
like,
That's real. That is
yeah.
real ill. I might have to agree. I think to your point, it was dumb how Shane went about it, but it was dumb for Hershel to also have pet walkers.
Right.
That's what happens with these overly religious people. They be believing some bullshit.
Yep.
Like, and then he almost convinced Rick that they could be pets.
I remember when we watched that again, we were like, yo, this shit is stupid.
They were so delusional.
It's
Like,
like, just you lead him. You lead him.
Oh
Like,
man, yeah, I
yeah.
had to agree. It was
Yeah.
the right thing to do because who wasn't it? It was Glenn that discovered the barn because he was trying to get some cutty. He was trying to get his little
Oh,
pee-pee
yeah.
wet with
Yeah.
Maggie, and that was the only reason why he discovered it. God forbid. Thankfully, he was of sober mind. God forbid he was drunk and fell in that actual
right.
barn. Like he could have died.
Yeah.
And high key, I don't think they would have ever knew because they wasn't going in there
No.
to
Yeah.
see what was going on. Like, I thought that was so weird. I'm like, it's like having a pet dinosaur and not checking to see if it ate all the chickens or something. You know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah.
don't make sense. Why would you have all those things in your backyard? But again, they were very delusional.
So
Like,
delusional.
Yeah.
they were so secluded. And then again, the religion played a huge part in
Yeah.
it. Maggie was the only one who had some type of slight understanding of how dangerous walkers were, and that's because she went out. But even then, I think because they were in such a rural area, there weren't that many in general. They didn't deal with herds. They weren't in a major city.
Yeah.
Like being in like Chicago, LA, Atlanta, DC, like in the heart of the cities in an
Yeah.
apocalypse, everybody fucked. Like all them people turning into walkers. God
Yeah.
forbid they're on public transportation. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there's no way to not realize how dangerous they are.
Mhm.
But when you on a farm like that in the middle of like nowhere, you kind of have the luxury of being delusional until it hits you in the face.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we see that often in these communities.
Yeah.
Speak
Yeah.
on it. Speak on it. I have nothing else to add. I agree with y'all 100%. Yeah. Kill them all. Kill them all. All right, next scene.
Don't piss me off.
Ugh, I don't know why that walker makes my skin crawl. Like he just looks so nasty.
Of course, in this scene, Lori not watching her damn kid yet again. Carl goes into the woods, attempts to try to kill a walker, is unsuccessful, and we do know that is the same walker that ends up killing Dale in, I think it was the mid-season finale of that season, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah. So, smart or dumb decision by Carl to be walking in the woods, thinking he's going to, earn some points somehow.
I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Because he
wasn't.
wasn't
He
thinking.
wasn't.
He
Dumb
wasn't thinking. I think this is right before like Rick told him that like people are going to die. Was that speech that he told him right before this? Like your mom's gonna
Yeah.
die, I'm gonna die.
Oh,
So you gotta be a big boy basically
yeah.
Mhm.
in this world. And you see
Yeah.
the let him doing dumbass shit. That was dumb as hell. That literally this scene was literally domino effect.
Yeah.
And this is why
100%.
also they lost the farm because of this.
Oh, yeah.
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 Rick and Lori just high key were not good parents.
I mean, they
Like,
didn't give a damn about Carl. Did not give
Right.
a damn.
like Rick was definitely protective over his son. Like he
Yeah.
physically protected him with his life, but like, and he made sure he could protect himself. But before that, I'm like, this kid bad as hell.
He didn't give a damn. Why is that? And then it made it worse because Shane kept saying, "Hey, you need to talk to your kid. You need to talk to your kid."
When Shane becomes the voice of reason, Come
Get
on,
right.
Ken. Come on, Ken.
Everybody need to wake up. Something
Yeah.
not right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Ken. Come on.
But Carl would have been that kid on a leash at Disney World. 'cause
What?
He
Sit
was
your
just,
ass down. Don't you
right.
move.
Only reason Lori watched Judith was because she was in her. That's it. Lori didn't pay attention to Carl at all. Like every other episode, where's Carl?
So she was
Carl.
too busy
And
juggling
she
two
tried to
niggas.
low key get rid of Judith off the jump.
Yeah, and now that was smart.
Facts.
This
That
is
was
true.
smart.
This is true.
'Cause hell no, shouldn't be raising no babies in this. Not this
Hell
early.
no. Hell no.
Like
Hell no.
Maggie at least waited till she had a little community.
A
This
village.
is true. This is true.
Right, a
This is true.
village.
This is true. I think we're all in agreement. This is self-explanatory. Very, very
Yes.
dumb on his part. Very,
Yeah.
very dumb on his part. R.I.P. Dale. He didn't deserve that. He
He
was
did
definitely one of
not.
my favorite early on
Yes,
characters.
he
'cause
was.
he didn't give two shits about Shane.
Not at all. He had some balls too. The way he was constantly just calling Shane out on his
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, I would have loved to see him. I wish he was around when the governor popped up because the governor's relationship. I would have loved because Dale would have stayed with Rick and them, but I would have to see how he reacted to Andrea and the governor.
Oh, he would have
yeah. He would have
scolded. He would have scolded the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Yeah.
he would have been able to like wake her up because Lord knows she ain't listen to nobody. But I would have been interested to see. I don't know. I think Dale would have seen through the governor immediately.
Yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish he could have stayed alive for maybe like one more season.
Yeah.
That'd have
I
been
would
very interesting if the farm situation still happens the way it does, where they lose the farm, but then Andrea and Dale are the ones that get split up with the group. So it's Michonne that ends up saving them, and so it's Dale and Andrea and Michonne at Woodbury. Like that, I would have loved to see that.
Dale would have loved Michonne.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Loved Michonne.
Yeah.
He would have been like, Sophia, you're abandoning your friend? Like, he would have loved Michonne down. Yeah.
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 All right, next scene. This was also a very controversial scene when we watched this for the 100th time for me.
Listen, I like watching these clips. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
because of you and Carl and the baby. It was going to be me and not them, no matter what.
You killed the living to protect what's yours?
That's right.
Shane thinks I'm his. He thinks the baby's his. And he says you can't protect us, that you're gonna get us killed. He's dangerous, Rick, and he won't stop.
that dumb
I
bitch.
will
Lori
keep.
fucking Lori.
I will say this till I reach my deathbed. The fact that Andrew Lincoln does not have any hardware for his performance on The Walking Dead is a travesty.
Yes.
Absolute travesty. Just that he didn't even say anything in response. Just the facial
Right.
reaction is like, I'm gonna have to kill it. I'm gonna have to kill this nigga. Like, I'm going to have to kill this nigga.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But
God.
yes,
Hate that scene.
yes.
Hate that scene.
But essentially, Lori puts the battery in Rick's back, letting him know that Shane is obsessed with him and Carl and their unborn baby, Judith. And so that essentially puts him and Shane on the path to destruction
Yeah.
versus one another. So, what do we think here? Smart or dumb? Smart or dumb by Lori?
I think it was dumb because she didn't even stand on it. Like, she backtracked.
Immediately.
It's true. This is true.
Right. Like, if she would have, like, stood on it and been like, no, I'm standing beside Rick. This is his baby. I don't know that man. Never talked to that man before in my life. If she would have just completely disconnected from Shane, then I probably could have got behind her.
Yeah.
Because then it could have been like, okay, she doesn't want anything to do with Shane. It was heightened emotions. That's why they even hooked up in the first place. but she backtracked and then had the nerve to act like she was scared of Rick after he killed Shane when she told him to kill him.
Hello.
I'm sorry, like that. No, she knew exactly what type of man Rick was.
Yes,
she
she
said,
did.
and she confirmed it. She was like, "You'll kill the living for what's yours." Well, Shane thinks I'm his. Shane thinks Carl is his. Shane thinks the baby is his, and he thinks you can't protect us. She literally said, "If 2 + 2 = 4."
Hello.
What?
If Johnny has 2 apples.
Yeah.
I'm like, and when I first watched it, I was like, I know that's right, girl. Stand behind your man. But then she
5
backtracked.
seconds later.
I was like, this bitch is going to hell. Why would
Yes.
she do that?
And she did.
And the crazy part is she backtracked with both of them.
Yes. Just messy. And knowing that Shane crazy, I'm like, why?
After he sexually assaulted you,
Literally.
you can't leave. What is Rick gonna do? What is Carl gonna say?
Right.
What?
She just wanted, and when Andrea called her out and was like, "Oh, all of us can't have a husband and a boyfriend," I was like, "Yeah, that was the one time I was on Andrea's side." I was like, "Get her again, get her again."
I was definitely fucking with Andrea then. Yeah, fucking hate Lori, and I really hate the look that she gave Rick when he told her that he killed Shane.
Yeah,
bitch, you scared?
Right.
You scared? What you scared for? Literally, you told me to do it.
And then she gaslit him the whole entire time at the prison.
Yes.
You know, I'm a shitty mother and a shitty wife. Like,
right. Like, yes, bitch, you are. I'm glad we're on the same page. You don't watch your kid. You can't even stand beside your husband. Like,
or your boyfriend.
Right. I feel like in a situation like that, like, you really do have to lock in to what's going on around you.
Yes.
In that situation, she should have really been able to observe what was going on, been like, okay, my man has came back from the dead and is clearly establishing himself as the leader, and everyone seems to be behind him as the leader. That's my man. I'm going to stick beside him because 1, that's my man. 2, that's the father of my child, and I'm going to just convince myself it's the father of the unborn child too. And 4, I'm trying to survive. And Rick didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to warrant her
betrayal.
Yeah, like there was nothing that he did once they were in the apocalypse that made sense for her to side with Shane. She was just messy and she wanted the attention. And
she loved it.
I hate female characters like that because I want to side with all the women.
Yes.
But I could not stand with the woman's wrongs in this sense.
And this is why it's hard to be a girl today.
Right.
It's always like that 1 or 2.
Like, what's that lyric from Renee Rapp? Like, something like, I want to support all women, but some of you bitches are dumb. Something like that. I was yes.
Yeah.
I will have to agree. I can't add any more to that specific topic, so I will just agree. But yeah, wilding out. All right, next scene. Well, what we up to? Okay. Let me stop this and here.
Don't be stupid. I'm not like them. I'm just some guy. I used to watch football and screw around on the internet. I live with my mom. I lost her like you lost people. I went to school with Maggie, for God's sake.
Stop them dead in their tracks.
One thing, I find that scene hilarious, the way Rick and Shane are walking, like they're walking on a runway. Like it's just funny to me, like the serious.
Give us a walk.
And I think I've said this, Regine, I think I said this to you before.
Yeah.
I don't know if The Walking Dead is as successful if they did not cast John Bernthal as Shane.
Yeah,
like his performance is different. It's just different.
Yeah.
But yes, obviously this is after they have captured Randall, and then the initial plan was to leave him to his own defenses. But then once he reveals that he knows Maggie, they feel like he might eventually try to get some sort of revenge. So they end up bringing Randall back Rick is the one that convinces Shane to bring Randall back to the farm, which we know how those events play out. So, was that a smart or dumb decision by Rick to bring Randall back to the farm?
Dumb.
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 Yeah.
I mean, because honestly, Randall, I low-key forget about him because he was
Mhm.
such a like small piece in this whole entire story. And he didn't really move the needle. And the only thing that it really did was just divided the group even more. Because Shane wanted to kill him, and Rick was like, no. And Dale was like, he's a human being. We don't need to kill him. And that really, like, we could really see the difference between the good and bad in this group.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I think this was like truly the first test of their humanity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, because
Yeah.
even when they took him back with them after they killed his friends at the bar, because that's where they got him, right? Because they ripped
Yeah.
him, his leg was in the fence. That was the
Oh,
first
yeah.
test of humanity, because they could have left him there to die, and that would
Yeah,
have solved all this shit. Like,
this is
because
true.
honestly, I probably would have left him. Because one, just given his injury,
Mm-hmm.
it was one of those situations, but because they knew they had Hershel and that he might be able to help, that was why they considered it and
Yeah.
ended up taking him. But honestly, they should have just left him there. They shouldn't have even brought him back to the farm in
That's
the first
true.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah. Multiple dumb decisions by Rick.
yeah, but they were throughout the show, you see them grapple with what's considered a like evil killing versus what's considered like a necessary killing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Randall was the first character where they really had to struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they faced those guys who were in the nursing home, but they didn't actually turn into a shootout. So like they never actually had to face it. And even then that's a bit easier because it was guns pointed at them. But I think
Yeah.
Randall was the first test where it's like this is an unarmed and he's a kid essentially. He was like a 19 or something.
Right.
Like, do we actually have to kill him? And what does it mean for us if we do?
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, it meant all of them losing that goddamn farm. So they should have. But I understand the struggle.
Yeah, yeah. I would have to agree. It definitely was dumb. It was not necessary, and it just even furthered it just gave more room for Shane to operate in the way that he wanted to operate and
Mm-hmm.
driving his sort of ambitions in
The
that sort of way.
vision.
Yeah, so definitely dumb. Definitely dumb on Rick's part. Should have left that little boy to die. All right. Next one we have here. Oh, the exact results to this.
Oh. Oh, Mom. Such a good shot.
So this is where you plan to do it? It ain't gonna be easy. But Laura and Carl, they'll get over you. They done it before. They just gonna have to.
This one is actually kind of layered. One, was it dumb for Rick to believe Shane that Randall had escaped? Or maybe he knew the whole time and he was acting with Shane, knowing that he's going to kill him there too. Two, was it dumb for Shane to believe that he would be able to get away with killing Randall and then killing Rick and moving on with the group?
That was dumb because the group at that point, the group love Rick. They'll do anything for Rick at that point because they realize me following this man, this random ass white man, it's gonna keep me alive. So if
Right.
I don't listen to this man, I will probably die. So yeah, and then the first question,
Was it dumb for Rick to believe that Shane telling him that Randall escaped? Like, was he dumb for actually
yeah,
following him?
I do think that, but I also think that Rick did know. To your point, he didn't
Yeah.
know it was coming soon because at that point they had multiple conversations about their state of their relationship, how it's changed. Shane keep telling him you're your terrible husband and father. I will take your shit today if you don't get it together. So yeah, like just dumb, but you know, gotta do what you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I agree. I think Rick knew that he was being set up because he was hesitant to let Shane behind him at
Mm-hmm.
first when they were walking. And then I think Shane was dumb for thinking that anyone would ever go for that
Yes.
because Glenn liked Rick. The only person who may have just accepted whatever truth would have been Andrea.
Mhm.
Dumb bitch. Like she's sorry.
She really is.
She was such a pick me.
Yeah.
And I think she would have been willing to accept whatever truth Shane told the group if Rick died.
Yeah.
But Darryl already saw through that Shane killed Otis.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn was kind of hesitant towards Shane. Dale, we know, couldn't stand. Well, Dale was dead at this point.
Uh-huh.
But Hershel and the crew didn't like Shane. Like it, no. And Lori, well, hell, who knows what Lori would have done?
So she don't care who it is.
Yeah, she would have been like, well, shit, now I don't have to make a decision.
And
And that's
Carl
what
was
happened.
a little confused himself too.
Yeah.
Carl was a
Right.
little confused.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Shane was dumb. And honestly, I think Rick is smart in the situation. I think he was smart to take it away from the group.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rick also knew Shane. Like he knew Shane. They grew up together because they went to high school together.
Yeah, he knew him real good.
Yeah, he knew exactly what type of time Shane was on. So I think he knew exactly what the fuck was going on. And I think he had already, we saw that look he gave when Lori was talking to him. He was already preparing. I'm gonna have to kill this man. He already come to the conclusion. He was like, well, time to lock in.
Yeah.
Like Kiki said, I'm sorry to this man.
Right. Sorry to this man.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was dumb on Shane's part to think that he was going to get away with it. Like at that point, they've been through too much.
Mhm.
And even if his number one antagonist, Dale, was no longer with him, like the group was way too solidified.
They
and
didn't really like him at all.
Yeah, like he was a de facto leader. He wasn't
Yeah.
someone that they wanted to follow.
Yeah, that's
in
so
that sort of
true.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so true. Go ahead, Alexandria. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I think Carol and T-Dog may have like fell in line because T-Dog didn't really challenge the leadership, and Carol was so timid at that point.
This is true.
I don't think Carol would have became, because I think Sophia and Rick and Darryl led to Carol becoming who she was, because Rick also didn't give Carol an option to not lock the fuck in.
This is true.
Do you
This
want
is
to
true.
survive or no? He didn't give any of them an option.
It was no. He was like, if my pregnant wife who's carrying another man's baby can pick up a gun,
We're all picking up one.
Like it really wasn't an option because Beth had to lock in Hershel, Maggie. If you were with that group, you was putting in some guy. Hell, Carl, he hadn't even hit puberty. He like no,
you want to survive or die around this bitch.
Yeah.
You want to look like Sophia, or you want to get your shit together?
Right.
I think that also like made them lock in with like Sophia getting
And
lost.
Dale. I think Sophia and Dale dying is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
We
It
can't
could
be
be any
fucking
of
around.
us.
Yeah, we can't be fucking around.
Yeah, I think that let them know it could be any of them. And then I think Rick killing Shane, I think, while I think at first they were kind of scared of Rick, I think they also had to realize, okay, well, he ain't done shit to me. So, like, that's literally what Darryl said. He was like, Rick's been good to me. Like, nothing wrong in my eyes. Shit. Like, So I think Rick killing Shane was absolutely necessary, not just for the story, but I think for Rick's development.
Yes.
I think
everybody. Lori's.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only person it probably didn't affect was T-Dog and Darryl, maybe, because Darryl was already on Team Rick. Like, he wasn't.
Even Andrea, though, because you see what happened next to her.
Right. She had to jump to a new man.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, I can't stand her. Cannot stand her. She went from one man. How are you a pick me? Let me stop. 'Cause I'm like, oh,
She might be on this list. I don't know.
woo,
Next scene.
fire. Lord.
Ready?
Where you got them things trained.
Right.
Of course, season 3, the group navigates and moves into the prison. Is it a smart or dumb decision that they chose this location as their shelter? We obviously know so many things happen. They run into the prisoners. We already mentioned how Andrew ended up leading to T-Dog and Lori dying. Then, of course, because they're in a very isolated area, they constantly have to go on runs. Those runs is what led to Glenn and Maggie getting captured and then the whole Woodbury arc. So, was it a smart or dumb decision for them to not find a different type of shelter and making the prison their home?
I think it was smart. They had
Smart as
been on,
hell.
yeah, been on the road for how many
They
weeks?
were
Or
starving.
yeah, they was eating a goddamn owl. I'm sorry, like it was treacherous out there,
Yes, it
and
was.
like,
They
and
were in the
imagine
trenches.
Lori having to like give birth in the woods.
Hello?
Like they were also looking for a place for her. So, which is
Mhm.
another reason why I think she was so fucking selfish. I'm like, you put everybody, because if she wouldn't been pregnant, I feel like they may have wanted to look a little bit more. Let's find someplace smaller, a place that we can actually secure.
Yeah.
But they didn't have that luxury. She was about to pop.
Do you think she had the baby on purpose to try to keep Rick?
Ooh. Shut up. What?
No, I don't know because she
No.
literally told Rick after Carl was shot, should we just let Carl die? Like, is this any way for a kid to
Yes,
grow up?
because she was like, kids shouldn't, because
Yeah,
they were having that argument, like, should kids live in this
yeah.
world?
And Carl fighting for his life. She's like, should we just let him pass? This is before she even found out she was pregnant, which is another
Yeah.
reason why I'm like, she got some nerve bringing in a baby when just not too long ago you was trying to decide whether your actual living son
Yeah.
should live or not.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Lori was just a fucking idiot.
She
So
was. She was. I think she manipulated the fact that she was pregnant for Rick to feel bad for her in a sense, to continue
yeah,
to protect her, because I think she knew
That's why.
the
That's
you
why
know,
she
the whole
kept
thing
it.
with Shane,
yeah,
really was like, okay, since Shane gone, I ain't got
yeah,
that no more to like manipulate him. Now I got a kid, so now he has to protect me because I'm a pregnant
yeah,
woman. So yeah, you're right.
That's
You're right.
why I think she did
yeah.
it on purpose. I
Yeah.
think she did
Which
it on purpose.
Which is so crazy because, like, she didn't need a kid for Rick to want to protect her. Like,
For his
Rick was
wife.
protecting all of those people. He
Yeah.
was protecting Carol. He risked his life for Sophia.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing about Rick's. Now, Shane's ass,
Oh,
yeah,
he
Shane's ass would have needed to be manipulated to
Yeah.
protect people. Like, I think Shane's only reason for protecting, and not even protecting, more just like you said, de facto leader, the
Mhm.
group before Rick popped up, was really just a way of stroking his own ego.
Mhm.
Like, it was, oh, I'm the man in charge. Like, yeah, this one guy may beat the hell out his wife, but he still answers to me. Oh, yeah, this guy, he was a pizza delivery boy. He does some runs. He still answers to me. Like, I think it was really just to stroke his ego. Like,
Mhm.
all these other men in the camp who do their own things still listen to him. And then as soon as Rick got there, that blew up in his face.
Yeah, because he wasn't used to that. Because Rick
Yeah.
was always the leader, so
Yep.
now he could literally be like, literally Rick dying was literally him becoming Rick
Yeah.
in a sense.
Mhm.
And Rick coming
Mhm.
back was like, oh shit, I can't beat him no more. I was
Yep.
trying to beat him, but I can't beat him no more. Literally trying to beat him from the
Right.
husband to the daddy.
Yep.
Deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was definitely something that I think I mentioned when we watched it earlier this year was there were always these little scenes where Rick and Shane would go on these little walks and they'll have
Mhm.
talks about the past. And it was always Rick bringing up like, oh yeah, you slept with a teacher back in high school or you were dealing with this girl and how those as a high schooler, you'll put that on a pedestal, but now those roles were reversed with, oh, he wants the wife and kids. Like, he don't care about his glory days. So I thought that was an interesting dialogue that they had. But yeah, I think I would have to agree. Like, a prison at that point was the safest place for them. The shit was
Yeah.
fucking huge.
They had
And
food, shelter, a
yeah,
shower.
The toilet. Yeah.
yeah. Even if it came with a lot of traumatic experiences,
Yeah.
it would. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it was worth it at the end of the day. So I consider that smart move by them. They literally had no choice because they were walking around in circles for
Truly.
months.
Truly.
Yeah,
For
so they
weeks,
had no
yeah.
choice. They had
Like,
no choice.
surprised they didn't come across Woodbury.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been
They
interesting.
were this close to coming across Woodbury.
Yeah, because Woodbury wasn't really that
It was just
far
down the
from the
street.
prison.
Because they knew where the prison was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, next scene.
Love at first sight.
Really.
We'll keep this safe and sound. The doors are all locked. You'll be safe here. We can treat that.
I didn't ask for your help.
Doesn't matter. Can't let you leave.
All right. So in this scene, we obviously see that Michonne has arrived to the prison, and this is after she leaves Andrea with the governor. But this is also right after Lori had already died, and so Rick is hallucinating, and he has his trust issues, and so he don't really fuck with Michonne like that off the bat. And obviously, we know, the peace treaty where Michonne was a pawn being used in that sort of peace treaty later on. But is it smart or dumb for Rick to, have that little hesitancy dealing with Michonne, because we do know now how skilled of a fighter and how much of a tactician she eventually became and was. So, thoughts? Smart or dumb on Rick's part to be moving like he's Pac?
I think it was smart for him to be hesitant,
Yeah.
considering all the other people they ran into were not good people. Only people were like Hershel and them. Everyone else posed a threat. The CDC guy, the guys at the bar, like they hadn't had the best luck running into people.
Randall.
Right, Randall. But that was fate. It was love at first sight. Their hearts saw each other and they knew.
Yeah,
Like the tension was there from the jump.
it was.
I love them together.
I know. Like talk about a power couple,
Like he walks him like a dog and he is so happy to be there.
Yeah.
He is
Whatever you
so-
say, Michonne, I trust your judgment. I trust your leadership.
Yes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that was the true first lady of the group.
Hello? He
Yeah.
said, Lori, who was that?
Right. But,
We don't talk about my old work. We don't talk about my old work.
right. Like
Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it was smart to like not trust her in the beginning, but then it was smart also because she came with formula and they needed that for Judith at that point. Because she was going to star.
Yeah.
Like they were really looking high and low for formula for her. So
Yeah.
smart. And then obviously smart because Michonne did have the skills. She could help them out. And then obviously we see with Woodbury, like she knew about Woodbury and what that was about. So she understood the ops and what they had going on over there. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like you've all said, they didn't have good luck when it came to running into other people. So just another one. Can't trust them at all. And until they have to earn their keep.
And they all did. And they all did.
Gotta earn your keep when it comes to
Rick
when
and
it
the
comes to
gang.
Rick. Yeah, Rick and the
The
gang.
Ricktatorship.
Right.
This
love the Ricktatorship.
I know.
I just
this
love him.
scene is probably my favorite scene just because of the commentary that I expect from both of you.
Oh god.
Don't hurt her.
Oh.
It's me you want, huh? There's no need for her to
Big
suffer.
fuck.
She doesn't have needs.
Is it a smart or dumb decision by Andrea choosing the governor over Michonne? We obviously have the iconic line, choosing a warm bed over a friend. I mean, Michonne warned her about the governor and said something was off once they arrived to Woodbury. Michonne eventually leaves. Andrea eventually shows up to the prison, and Michonne and the rest of the group tells them, like, yo, he was bugging out. He sexually assaulted Maggie. He was bugging out. And she and Andrea basically gaslit Michonne in that moment. But yes, smart or dumb by Andrea choosing the governor over the original group that she was with, and Michonne, who protected her for what was
Stupid.
it, 7 to 10 months, I think?
Stupid.
Like,
Yeah,
she
he was with
literally was about
Andrea.
to die out there. And Michonne freaking saved her life. Like, you are picking somebody who literally saved your life. The reason why you are here today for a man?
For a man. Oh man, not even a good man. Just some raggedy bum she
A
found on the
psycho man. A psycho man that was having a pet daughter walker?
right. No. Andrea,
No.
that whole scene was a bird going tweet tweet. I cannot stand Andrea. I have no tolerance for her because it was such a betrayal to Michonne, not just to the rest of the group who she should have had loyalty to because
That
she
was her family, right?
right. She knew them. And Michonne, who literally kept her alive for 8 months, and you're gonna pick the first man who bats his eyelashes at you, you're dumb. And wasn't she like a civil rights attorney or something before? She was a lawyer.
Yeah, she was a lawyer.
Before all this. So I'm like, I would think you would know how to read people. Like, just dumb, stupid, ignorant, foolish, and dumb. I cannot stand, there is no part of me that can fucking stand Andrea. That, like, I was so shook up. I remember watching that for the first time and I had to pause it and take a walk.
Yeah.
So I was like, no way she's pointing a gun at the woman who kept her alive for 8 months for a man she's known for what, 2 weeks? Like, just because she feels kind of bad for Philip. Oh, but Philip, he's
Who
so
the fuck is Philip?
like,
Yeah.
girl.
And isn't this like after she seen Darryl in the pit?
No, I think that happens right after. Because I think he goes outside with the town and he has the eye patch already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. And
okay.
she still stayed.
Which is even crazier.
And then he actually becomes his true self in front of her and starts like, hey, the men are speaking. Like,
I think
you don't need a
Andrea
gun. Yeah.
wants to be able to say she fixed the man.
Yes.
She wants to be able to say, oh my God, I understand, Shane. I fixed him. Because she was telling him, like, your delivery could use some work. Bitch, his mind could use some work. He's fucking crazy.
And she gave him ass. She gave him some ass, too.
After he said that shit about her sister, where he was like, oh, Walker's coming at you. It's your sister. It's Amy. And then not even 30 minutes later, she getting in the bed with him? No.
That turned her on. She was like, oh, I can be picked currently, right now. Oh, I love it. I love it here.
Not stand for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, she went...
Which is also crazy because wasn't the whole argument that she had with Lori was that
I was
Lori
about to
was
bring that
doing
up. I was
the
about
womanly
to bring that
duties
up. I was about
and
to
that
bring
we
that
need to
up.
defend ourselves as
Yes.
individuals, don't rely on the men, and then
Yes.
That's
Whole time,
exactly
that's
what she
what she
does.
wanted to do.
She couldn't wait till it was her turn.
Right.
And maybe it was like a jealousy thing, right? She was jealous that Lori had 2 niggas. She had 2 niggas. She's like, damn, you hogging all the goddamn niggas around
Right.
here.
Right. And listen, if you're a pick me, I could see how that would piss you off.
Yeah.
Like, you thinking we in the end of the world, it's Glenn who's clearly into Maggie. It's Darryl who ain't showered since 3 months before this shit started.
He never took a shower.
And Dale who thinks he's like a father to me.
Yeah.
And then you have T-Dog who's dealing with blood poisoning at the moment, so he's off his goddamn rocker.
Yeah.
And you have Shane and Rhett who are both after Lori. I would be pissed too. I would. I'd be like, wow, there's no men around.
Yeah, and she liked Shane too. She like, damn, save a nigga for me at least.
Right.
Come on.
She was so eager to be picked. It was disgusting.
Actually, now I think about it, because I did love that conversation she had with Lori. I was like, okay, Andrea, you're coming to your senses, and quickly. I mean, quickly.
She was just mad it wasn't her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really how people be.
That's really how people be.
Right. Talk all this shit just because they jealous because they not in your position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can't wait for us until it's them. Jesus.
I don't want to quote him because he's a horrible person, but there's a rapper who once said they want to see you do good, but never better than them. So I'll tell you offline.
Okay. Text it to me.
All right. Next scene. Where are we? Oh.
I want Michonne. Turn her over and this all goes away. She worth it. One woman worth all those lives of your prison. Is she?
All right. We have this scene where Rick and the governor meet for the very first time, attempting at a peace treaty in which the governor proposes, if you give us Michonne, we will leave the prison unharmed. Was it smart or dumb for Rick to even sit down with him in the first place? Like, what did he really actually gain from that conversation?
Who he was, who the governor was, what kind of person he was.
He kind of should have known that already.
I mean, yeah, but men, hate to say, and Rick is like a patriarchal type of man. Like, he is the archetypal type of patriarch.
Macho man.
Like, when we think about patriarchy and masculinity, Rick is literally the epitome of what we will call that, right? A white man, he got a wife and a kid, he's a cop, he's all these things.
He's a good old full-blooded American.
Well, I mean,
wait. Is Rick MAGA? Is Rick MAGA?
Probably. Probably.
Except for the way he handled Merle.
Yeah, probably
because he said there's no more niggas. But honestly,
Rick, where were you on January 6th? Questions that need answers. Questions that need answers.
I feel like Rick would be the type to be like, I don't see color.
Yes.
Like,
100%.
You're a person or you're not. I don't see color. Because when he said it's the white meat I thought it was crazy to say it's either the white meat or the dark meat after just saying there's no more niggers. I was like, why would you write that? White meat or dark meat? Are we the dark meat? Like, what you mean by that?
So he was MAGA. Exactly. Exactly. I think, I don't know. Was it smart or was it dumb for him to meet the guy? I feel like that it like sized him up. What will you lie about? How far will you go in my face to tell me what you will do if I give you this? And also remember that the governor had a gun the whole time on Rick.
Oh yeah.
The entire time. So it's like, you're saying all of this. I don't know you have a gun or whatever. But if you do pull this gun, now I already know who you are. You already showing me who you are. So I know I can't trust you. So you just kind of setting it up for me to be like this. So I think smart just to figure out who the governor. Smart. It's just smart. I don't go that far.
Yeah. I would say it was smart too. Just because Rick was the type of person, he liked to look his enemy in the eye. So I think, do I necessarily that that's it all the time? Well, no. If you know that's your enemy, just kill him. But like you said, he was very much like the stereotypical masculine man. I need to, look you in the eye and tell you what's going on. I don't know why. Just light the bitch on fire.
Yeah.
There's simple
Take
solutions
the
to
other
these.
eye out, you know?
Right.
Mhm. Yeah, I think I have to agree. I have to agree. Because yeah, I think you may hear about what somebody has done, but you, in some instances, how far are you willing to go? How
Mhm.
far are you willing to take this? And I think it was also like a dick measuring contest for the both of
Yes.
them
For
of like
sure.
how far
Yeah.
will either of us go in this very tense sort of situation to kind of assess like, okay, based on this conversation, I know how we're gonna move forward. Rick's still
Mhm.
fucked up, which partially is Herschel's fault. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think Herschel played a big part in Rick losing his goddamn mind.
Because he played into it.
Yeah,
He
because he tried to
absolutely
domesticate him.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what he tried to domesticate feral Rick. And that's why as soon as shit went south, Rick went to the extreme.
Yeah.
You don't like, yeah, I do think Herschel played a big part. I don't think it was intentional because I got where Herschel was coming from. Like, you can't lose sight of like humanity. Like, you have to still value human life and that
Uh-huh.
there's value to having people join your group and
Mhm.
there's value in that. So I get that. But yeah, no, he
In
definitely
this
tried.
world, yeah, in this world, you
Can't. You
yeah,
can't.
Yeah,
tough.
Herschel kind of replaced what Dale was, I think,
Yeah.
like,
He
voice
was
of
the voice of reason for Rick for a very long time. For a very
yeah,
Hmm.
long time.
Yeah,
and
up until he left
He
the
died. He
show.
died.
Yeah, up
yeah,
in,
and I think also because Herschel had his own demons with him being an alcoholic,
uh-huh.
Mhm.
so he
Gotta
understood.
do it.
Yeah, he kinda knew, but yeah, no, he did try to domesticate him. I didn't like that.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
was because he started having flashbacks of Herschel with the Claimers when they were about to sexually assault Carl and the rest of them. And he was having
Oh.
flashbacks of Herschel. He's like, you could, this could be peaceful. This could be like this all the time.
Yeah,
Check into today. Nah, nigga.
right,
Nah, nigga. It's
right.
chitty, chitty, bang, bang. What are we
There's
talking
only
about?
one option in this world. It's only one.
Right.
Yeah.
Live
Yeah.
yourself or be killed, one or the other.
Yeah.
All right. Next scene. Next scene. Next scene.
Mm.
They might have lived. When Tyreese finds out, he'll kill you.
I could have pretended that everything was going to be fine. I had to do something.
No, you did.
Oh.
Obviously, this is a scene that after Rick finds out that Carol killed Karen and David at the prison, he decides to banish her out of fear of what Tyreese may possibly do, and also out of the fear of what Carol is just capable of in general. Was it smart or dumb to do this? Because right after this happens is when the governor returns to the prison, and we obviously lose Herschel and we lose the prison and so
Mhm.
much more. So, was it smart or dumb for Rick to banish Carol?
A part of me wants to say, I don't think it was dumb. I don't.
Look at you protecting your man.
It was
She gonna she gonna
Rick
sit she
Persona.
gonna sit
Like,
beside him.
listen, I was never Lori. Never that.
That you Michonne, not Michonne, not Michonne.
But I think it was a matter of was it like right or wrong, not dumb or smart? Because
Mhm.
I think like I understood completely where Rick was coming from, where it's like if you're willing to just kill two people, a part of our community in cold blood, because you think they pose a risk. You don't know for sure. Like, you just know they're sick and other people are getting sick, but we don't know where this is coming from. Like, how far will you go? Because, like, he has kids. Like, I understood where he was coming from. And so I don't think it was necessarily wrong or dumb for him to acknowledge that because it's also like if other people find out, then what?
Mhm.
Like, he is the leader. So she
Mhm.
put him in a terrible position. She
Yeah.
should have just kept that shit to herself, for real. I
This
think
is
that's
also
what was
true.
dumb. I think Carol should have took it to the goddamn grave.
She
Um,
tried.
yeah, like
Yeah, but I also feel like it wasn't gonna stop because he went from officer friendly to detective Grimes. Like he was walking
yeah,
around that prison all fucking day, figuring
yeah,
out the clues. Like he was Blue's Clues. Like
Yes,
he
he
was on his
was.
job. So
yeah.
she
And
had
Tyreese
to admit it.
ass. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tyreese was tripping out about it. Yeah, big
yeah,
time.
and technically Rick almost got his shit rocked by Tyrese,
Yeah,
and
he
she didn't
did.
say nothing.
yeah,
She was petty for not saying anything in the moment.
yeah. Put him in a terrible position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Regine, what do you think? What do you think?
So it was dumb for him to do it because we know where Carol comes from. Like, do you think this docile woman, could be alone by herself and not need anybody? But then it was smart because if Rick never did that, she would have never saved them at Terminus.
Yeah,
True, but a what if scenario. What if Carol wasn't banished, and what if she was able to somehow blindside the governor before any of that happens?
Mm. I mean, she
yeah,
still would
Because
have saved them, but she still would have saved them, to my point. She would have saved them once again.
yeah,
and there's other scenarios that we could possibly bring up, but every single time that Carol is not with the group, the most tragic of things happens to the
Mhm.
group.
right, right. Like it was actually really fucked up. Like it was like a continuous pattern. If Carol wasn't there, I'm like, oh hell, something would go down. Like it never failed. I think though I think this was like the first time Carol had to face losing
Yeah.
her community though, because killing them like that was like very cruel. Like that was not a humane thing to do. Even
Yeah,
though
she
she said it was
dragged them
quick,
and burnt them. Yeah.
yeah, she
And
said
they
it was
had the council at this time, and she did not
right,
consult the council at
Yes,
all.
she
right.
didn't.
Like even though she said it was a quick death and they didn't feel any pain, it was still like a very inhumane thing to do.
Yeah.
So that was the first time Carol really had to grapple with kind of losing some of her humanity. And the
Yeah.
argument could be made that she lost her humanity the second her daughter died. It
Mhm.
just hadn't really had a chance to manifest until
Yeah.
then. Because I mean, losing a child's gonna change you no matter what.
Mhm.
So,
It
but
changed her.
I think it was necessary. Like I wouldn't have wanted the show to play out any other way.
No.
So
Hmm,
I'm gonna
interesting.
say it was smart because I think that was also Rick's first time realizing that it's not just him struggling with humanity. Like, because he was always the one with Randall, it was him or Shane that was gonna have to kill him. It was just everyone voting on him. With when Lori died, he was the one who was going crazy. Like he didn't really have to he didn't see that other people were struggling with that as well. I think it's so
Mhm.
Hmm. Okay, so that's a smart for you, Regine. What did you choose? Did you say smart or dumb?
I said smart just because of what happens afterwards.
Okay.
She finds baby Judith
Mhm.
with Tyreese. I mean, she killed Lizzie and the girl. She had to make that decision.
Yeah. They
And
had
she
to
saved them.
go.
Fair, fair. So all rational. I slightly think it's dumb because she was obviously one of the more powerful
Mhm.
individuals that they had in the group. They just dealt with the first attack from the governor. So it's like, is this the right time to be sending people away
Yeah.
when you don't know what else could be around the corner? And it goes back to the conversation we just had about Hershel kind of domesticating Rick a little bit too much, because that's where, he's probably thinking a little bit more on that sort of end of like, no, you can't do this. Like,
Yeah.
what are you capable of versus, I mean, as long as you ain't killed Carl and Judith, you fine by me.
You're
You
good,
fine,
buddy.
fine by me. We just met Tyreese a couple months ago,
I
okay?
mean, for real.
And Karen was at Woodbury, so she ain't even really our people like that.
Like,
Right.
That's
she
all
still
I'm
got
saying.
some proving to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Just because she giving him some tail don't mean nothing. Don't
Right.
mean nothing. All right, moving on. Where are we up to now?
Child. Season 3 had a lot of clips. And that's
I
why I still
mean,
put it the
listen,
best.
man.
Hello.
I can't disagree with you. I can't disagree with you.
We can all.
Mm.
We can all live together.
Liar.
Poor Maggie.
No!
I feel like this is an easy one, but I still wanted to have the conversation. Anyway, obviously, the governor pulls back up with his new group. They got a fucking tank. And instead of listening to Rick and his peace offering, he decides, fuck all y'all niggas. Kills Hershel. They destroy the prison. A bunch of people die, including the governor. And yeah. So was it smart or dumb for the governor to be petty and try to get his lick back?
Dumb as hell.
That was fucked up. That was so fucked up. Oh my God. Yeah. I agree. It was dumb. It was fucked up. That was so fucked up.
It really was. Like, but it was dumb, but also I'm like, are you that much of a hater?
Yes.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
that was
Yeah.
like a new level of hating to me. Cause I'm like, you already took your L, lost your community, and you're the only
They
one
killed them
left.
all too, by the way.
Right, killed them all. And now you're left, but you're alone. So you have the option to start over. You choose to start over just to go terrorize the
To hate
same.
again. To hate
Right.
again.
Like,
That's what another nigga got.
right. Like, it was so fucking stupid. I'm like, he could have went off, had himself a good little life, could have started over, you know? Because he did start over. But instead of making the most of it, he chose violence.
He's a real hater.
Who's the biggest hater, Shane or the governor?
The governor.
The
Because you got to
governor.
be a super loser to get beat once and come back for more.
Like, the governor, for sure.
Yes.
You know who he is? The governor is a nigga who gets beat up and then he go to the trunk.
Right. Yep.
That's exactly who he is.
And then the fact,
Go
Oh, go
ahead,
ahead.
Andrea. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say just the fact that he got so many people to like rally behind him. I thought that was such an accurate representation of America.
Mm.
That this motherfucker will get up on a platform, and because they're talking loud as shit, people will just follow them, even though they're just spewing nonsense.
Stupid shit.
No one's trying to verify the facts. No one's asking, hey, isn't it weird that this guy with an eye patch just popped and
Everybody's dead?
Niggas start dying. Niggas start
right,
dying.
a bunch of our people are dying who've never died before? Interesting. And now he wants us to go to war with some people we've never met?
We don't even know.
Right. Never had a single conversation with Rick and them. Not one.
Mhm. That's a great point. That's such a great point.
Yeah.
It just shows how much people are sheep.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. I didn't like Tara for a while because of that.
I know. It was hard. It was hard to start liking her after that because it's just like,
Because I'm like,
what? How did we get here?
if you stand for nothing, what will you fall for? In the words of Hanson.
Anything. I think the other thing about the governor, I feel like the reason why he hated Rick so much was because they got the prison. I feel like at one point or whatever before Woodbury, he was looking at the prison, but somebody told, I think Merle said, you can't do the prison, you know, whatever. And then Rick gets the prison. He's like, you told me I couldn't get the prison because there was too many walkers there. And how can 5 people get this? And
Right.
how can this nigga get this? Why couldn't it be me? A hater.
Not
He
Rick
hated
Grimes.
Rick. Hated on him.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree 1,000%. I think the point you just made is exactly the point I was going to make. It's so dumb because one of the first conversations, as you mentioned, is like, oh, they got the prison. They only have 10 people over there. Not only did you know that, then you take the first L with those same 10 people and you thought you was going to spin the block and be victorious.
Right.
You should have known, like, oh, they built different.
Right.
They built different.
Right. Like, I would have been like, let me make sure we actually cool. Like, it's a basket or something. Let them know they got neighbors.
What made it worse, your first L was with more skilled, trained fighters.
Yep.
And you still lost. So you thought you was going to get a weaker staff and
Do it
become
again?
victorious. Like,
Yeah.
He just went for he just went for mutual destruction. He wasn't even trying to win. He just wanted Rick to lose.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mhm.
Yes.
nothing about the way that was set up to preserve the prison.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's another reason why I think all of the people who Tara and all of them were dumb as shit. Because I'm like, my first question would have been like, okay, so you want us to fight these people we don't fucking know? Do we get anything out of
What
it?
do
The
we get
fuck?
out of this?
Yeah. Like, because you trying to tear up the prison, their little garden. They got pigs. Like, shit.
The
Wow.
whole gate. The whole
Right.
gate. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was definitely, it was mutual destruction. He wanted Rick to lose more than he wanted to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 1000%. Because
That's
if that was
deep.
the case, they would have never tried to demolish the actual infrastructure of the prison.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That is so deep. And people are like that, which is even crazier.
I mean, we see it all the time.
I want you to lose so bad. I don't give a fuck what I get out of it. Even
Right.
my life.
Yeah, we see that all the time. How many times people from our communities talk about not coming back because if they come back, it's jealous motherfuckers trying to take what we got, even though they can't have it.
Mm-hmm.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. All right,
Hey.
moving on.
Where the hell did you get this watch?
Rick, what do you want?
Where are our people?
You didn't answer the question.
Get back now!
Obviously, this is the scene where a portion of the group finally arrives at Terminus, and they realize, well, Rick, because the number one survivor in the world, realizes the jig is up. The jig is up. Shit ain't adding up. You got Hershel's little I always forget what kind of watch they call that. No, it's not a monocle.
Pocket watch?
Yeah.
I guess it's a pocket watch. Thank you. Rick notices Hershel's pocket watch that Glenn had. I think they also notice somebody's poncho, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think like in a book bag or something, yeah.
Yeah. So was the group smart or dumb to blindly follow the signs to Terminus, knowing the things that they had experienced up until that point with Woodbury?
I don't think they were dumb. I don't think they were dumb to follow the signs because, like, given everything else, where else you gonna go? Like, it was really like, okay, either we go to Terminus and hope we find our people there because there's a sign that says community. And that's kind of what everyone was after. Like, after survival, it was like actually living.
Yeah.
And it could meant you could live. So I think they were smart for going after Terminus, but I like that they got to Terminus and did not let their guard down. They were on high alert the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree upon that. And then also with the Maggie signs, Maggie at that point, she was painting her own signs of Glenn, I'm going this way. So everybody was headed that way, which is also there's such a a tight knit family, you know what I mean? So like they know they are better together than they are apart. So if I can
1000%.
find my people, I think I'll be good,
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of how their mindset is now that they've cultivated this family and this unit throughout all these other things that they've been through. However, dumb because they've been through so much shit. So it's like, how can you trust these random ass signs too at the same time?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think it was smart. I can't picture where else they would have gone. I mean, they could have stayed in the house that Carl, Michonne, and Rick were at. But then, I mean, Michonne did have the conscious moment where she was like, I can either go back to where I was and not track these, footsteps she found or something. But she decided to turn back and go back and follow them because she was like, I want to be with these people who become like a family to me.
My man.
Well, not even that. I think Michonne also, and I think we'll see it even after Terminus of she knows what it feels like to be out there by
Mhm.
yourself, lonely, and how that feels and how it's really hard to survive then. And then we see that with Bob, because that was the same story with Bob. Of
Yeah.
he wasn't smiling because he was by himself and it was really hard until he seen people and it was like, okay, I have something to live for now. So
Yeah. Because she put in the most time by herself
mhm.
on the road. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
8 months or no, I don't forget how long it was before she met Andrea.
Mhm.
But even with Andrea, that's 8 months on the road. Like,
Mhm.
that's insane.
Yeah.
I I would have been
No
off my
shelter. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
scavenging.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with y'all. It definitely is smart. They had nowhere else to go. And I think they also realized they are stronger together as a group, as a
Mhm.
collective. And I think, Regine, this was something you brought up when we were watching this season as well. Of they never considered a plan B. So there
Mhm.
wasn't like a situation of like, well, if something happens at the prison, everybody should go here. It's like, oh, we all see these signs.
Yeah.
More than likely, the other person is also
Yeah.
going to go to the same location. So I
Yeah.
do agree. I think it was smart. They had no
Was
other choice.
which was so dumb they never thought of a backup plan after the farm. Like, they knew it
Yeah.
was for everyone to have to leave the camp.
But
Why
where
wouldn't
did you
you say,
go?
"Oh, if we all have to leave," and at the camp after the farm, they knew everyone was gonna meet at the highway, that's where they all went. But
Yeah.
I'm like, after that, y'all got lucky that time that everyone went to the same spot. Why wouldn't you
Yeah.
plan for that? Like, I thought that was so dumb. I'm like, they could've just been like, "Hey, if anything happens at the prison, we have to escape. We all get in the bus, but obviously everyone can't fit in the bus, so where do we
Mhm.
get
Uh-huh.
the bus?" Like, that was
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah. That might be their one lack of experience, but then also some level of overconfidence of we'll be able to protect whatever it is that we have, no matter what the situation is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we see throughout the rest of the series that is not the case.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That prison got them comfortable.
Never stay comfortable. All right, next scene.
Back off! Yeah, that's how it works. I won't. I won't.
Mm. In this scene, we have one of the members of Terminus, Martin, captures Judith and threatens to kill her. Tyreese, still dealing with the PTSD of losing Karen, as well as witnessing everything that transpired with Lizzie and Micah, decides that he's not going to kill Martin, which we know eventually backfires later down the line when Bob gets captured and eaten by the hunters. Was it smart or dumb for Tyreese to spare Martin at the cabin?
Dumb.
As hell.
Like, dumb. Dumb.
Yeah.
No explanation needed because literally that was a domino effect. Because he couldn't kill is why they came to kill and eat them.
Yep. Yep.
You either kill or die, or you die to kill.
That's it.
Yeah. Literally, that's it.
There. It is a straightforward one. And then he lies to Carol about it too, which made it worse.
Right.
Well, she's a liar too, so there's that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
surviving.
It is what it is. All right, next one.
Look at that man red.
I'm saying.
What, you banging, right?
No.
Still, you could have killed us when you came in. There had to be a reason for that.
We didn't want to waste the bullets. Besides, I already made you a promise.
So we see Rick, I think it was that Rick, Sasha, and Abraham kill off the hunters in front of Glenn, Maggie, Tyreese, and I think Father Gabriel as well. Was it smart or dumb for them to slaughter in such a fashion? Because it obviously had a profound sort of impact on Glenn and his trajectory in terms of his humanity. Him and Maggie, and I think Tara as well, decide to leave with Abraham. And we just said every time this group splits up, some shit fucking happens. So, was it smart or dumb for Rick to go about it in that sort of manner?
I think it was smart. I think they were cannibals. There's no negotiating. There's no, oh, well, he promised he won't come near us again. You're right. You won't come near us again because you're going to hell. Like,
Right.
no, cannibals, that's the governor. You can be like, okay, not him, but everybody else, y'all can come stay with us. Cannibals, though, are you kidding me? No, it was literally no other option but them dying. Because he even said, he was like, you won't come across us, but you'll come across someone else. Like, no, I'll be damned you come across a cannibal and you don't kill him. Like, no, they had to die. And they deserved to die in such a violent way.
They did. They really did. Because this is after Bob died, right?
Yeah.
So that's number one. After Bob died, this is after Terminus, and you see what they experienced at Terminus. They were damn it. They were about to get ate.
They were about to slaughter them like pigs.
Yes.
Literally drain your blood. Like, ugh.
Yeah, they gotta go. And also, they were doing that multiple times. The only reason why they got stopped is because they came across this group. But think about how many other people were coming and getting eaten up like that. Get them out of here.
Yeah, they had to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. There's no other way. I would have to have a heart-to-heart with Glenn right after. Like, look, I know this ain't your type of jam, but you alive, ain't you? Like,
right. And they was gonna kill Glenn first when they had him lined up.
Yeah, he was next. Yeah, he was next on the line. So he should have.
Abraham and Rosita got with the program quick, though.
They sure did.
Abraham. Oh, I loved Abraham. Especially
I know.
He got with the program quick.
Yes.
I mean, I would have got with the program quick too after Rick was about to pistol whip me. Like, I would be like, you know what? I'm taller than you, but you got some heart. You got that dog in you. You got that dog in you. I ain't fucking with you.
They were truly about to start scrapping.
But yeah.
Abraham was just trying to win a fight. Rick was gonna go for the kill.
Yeah. 100%. This next scene is probably the most controversial. Well, probably the second most controversial scene. Well, third most controversial scene in Walking Dead history. But yeah.
You're pissing me off with these things.
I get it now.
Beth, knowing that she won't be able to escape with the group because Dawn requested that she get Noah in exchange, decides that she's going to get her lick back and stabs Dawn. And unfortunately, that causes a reflex in which Dawn shoots her in the head, killing her immediately. Was it smart or dumb on Beth's part for taking such an action? I feel like this is also self-explanatory one. I chose some of these because it's just I just want to have the conversation because I know people are gonna react. Y'all gonna react to this.
It was so dumb
as hell.
And the whole storyline in that hospital was uninteresting as hell.
Boring.
It was so uninteresting. And then to give it such a significant and stupid fucking ending, like you killed off a character who's been there since season 2.
Who only had 5 lines.
Right. We just put all this work to get her ass back. and then you have her do something so fucking stupid like that, and she was this close to getting out. It was so dumb. I hated that whole. I liked when it was just her and Darryl. Like, I liked that part that they were paired together when everyone got separated. But they just should have had her go to Terminus with everyone. Like, she was her and Carol, Carol and Tyreese were like the only ones who didn't go to Terminus. And I felt like you should have just went to Terminus, or maybe ran into Carol and Tyreese and joined them. Who knows? But that hospital storyline shit was dumb, and it was not worth getting Noah, in my opinion.
I was about to say that. Yeah, in exchange for Noah, who we literally killed. How many episodes after that? Maybe 5 or 6 episodes after that. Like, yeah.
And it was always like, and then also with Noah, the first few seasons of The Walking Dead, they never had more than one black guy on the show.
I said that every
So it was like T-Dog, and then T-Dog died, and then that next episode, Tyreese comes in.
I said that. Yeah.
And then Bob, and then they brought in Bob, and then Bob dies.
Yeah, it was Noah, and then right when they brought in Noah, Tyreese dies not long after, and then Noah dies, and then we have, I think his name was Heath.
Yeah. Who didn't even stay on the show.
And we barely seen him.
Right. He just disappeared.
Literally.
Only one who lasted was Gabriel.
Yeah. And he's you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't really say. He can be ambiguous, you know? So.
Yeah. I agree. I hated this. I mean, first of all, this was dumb. But yeah, I hated this arc. I hated the storyline back then. I hated it in the rewatch.
Yeah.
The fact that you not only make an original character for the show, then you make an original storyline for the show, and they both suck.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't do
that shit again. Did they ever come up with anything else original? Like were there any new original characters introduced after that?
Oh, there's plenty. Sasha is original character. Darryl is an original character.
Darryl's an original character?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
He's not in the comics.
Okay, they ate with that one. They ate with
Darryl, Beth, Sasha. I'm trying to think what else.
I like Sasha.
Yeah.
They made so many changes. So like Dale is much younger in the comics, and he is in a relationship with Andrea. That's why they have that pairing in the show early on to kind of make that tie in. Andrea ends up with Rick in the long run. Like they eventually become
Oh, I'm so happy they didn't do that.
I know, right?
But I will say, even though they changed it, they did do a good job, because she's definitely like she's probably in my top 10 antagonists in TV history.
I heard she's better in comics. Like,
from my understanding, she's better in the comics. I'm trying to think what else. Lizzie and Mika are actually twin boys in the comics, and Carol doesn't kill them. Well, Carol doesn't kill Lizzie. Carl kills one of the twins, because he has the same sort of like mental breakdown that Lizzie does, and so the group discovered that he kills his brother, and they don't know what to do, like the whole humanitarian, like what should we do sort of thing. In the middle of the night, Carl goes into whatever tent he was in and kills him, which was kind of crazy, because Carl in the comics is still like way younger when he does that. Like he's still like 10, 11 years old.
They did it done. Y'all doing
yeah. I ain't here for the long talking. Okay, I ain't here for the long talking. This whole council thing. My daddy just said it was a dictatorship. I don't know what y'all on, but I'm heir to the throne. So
heir to the throne.
I'm heir to the throne. So I'm gonna get a little man up out of here before something else happens. Okay, where are we? Oh, another very controversial moment.
No one died because of you. And I try to tell you how it is. How it has to be. You try to kill me. I was scared. I don't belong up here. Shut up. I was scared. I was just scared. Shut up.
I don't belong. Shut up! I don't belong out here. I don't.
So obviously Nicholas attempts to assassinate Glenn in the woods and is unsuccessful. But instead of Glenn tapping into his inner Rick, he decides to still be a good little delivery boy and spares him. And we obviously know how that ends up playing out with Carl. Why I keep saying Carl? With Glenn getting trapped under the garbage what's this shit called? Not garbage truck. What's
Looks like a
garbage
can.
container? One of the worst pump fakes in TV history.
Yeah.
Was it smart or dumb for Carl?
Damn.
Was it smart or dumb for Glenn to not kill Nicholas?
Dumb.
Dumb. Dumb.
Dumb.
Dumb.
Dumb.
And well, let me ask you this. Do you think the events at the church impacted that as well? The fact that he saw that, even though Gareth was a piece of shit, he was pleading for his life, as most people do when their life is on the line. But he was pleading for his life in the same way Nicholas was. So I feel like it was a combination of things, of witnessing that, seeing how, Rick has changed over time, seeing how Abraham was a bit more bloodthirsty, because Abraham also attempted to kill Eugene.
Yeah.
And I think that played a factor in him, like, nah, I don't want to be like them, because there might be no turning back. But
Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement it's still dumb.
It's dumb.
I also think, though, even though it was dumb for him not to kill him, it ended up being the smart thing to do, because I don't think Deanna would have believed him. That, like, I don't think, because, like, right after that was around the time Deanna and everyone was getting pissed off at Rick and his crew.
Yeah.
Because causing too much trouble. Rick was losing his goddamn mind. It was a lot going on with Rick and the crew.
Yeah.
And after that, because I think Nick, I think if he would have came back dead, like if Glenn would have brought his body back or said, "Oh, Walker's got him," thank you. I think it would have been. I don't know if the rest of the Alexandria thing would have played. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fear.
I still think he should kill him. Yeah.
I think he would have got away with it.
Yeah. I think they would have too. Mainly, I really think the people of Alexandria just didn't even realize they didn't have a choice anymore. Rick and his crew were staying. They may not have known that.
Yeah.
But Rick knew the second he stepped into that community and saw how
he was taking over.
Yeah. He made plans with Carol, with Darryl. He was like, well, either they fall in line or we'll just take it from them. So he let them think Deanna was still in charge and running shit, but no. They could have tried to kick out Glenn. Rick would have said, he's not going anywhere. Now what?
Yeah, he said it was a dictatorship in season 2. They just wasn't there for the town hall meeting, so they missed the memo. They missed the memo. So
and because Rick was losing his goddamn mind.
Yes, he was. He pointed that gun at them people so quick. Hey,
he said, "What, me? Me? I love, mind you, you're covered in blood,
right?"
And even before that, no, I think that's after that. When Pete mistakenly kills Reg, and then Deanna's like, "Rick, do it." That man was so happy. He was so. I was like,
"Oh!" Didn't even hesitate.
No. I ain't kill a motherfucker in weeks.
Right. Right. He was too happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely a dumb decision. Breezy, I don't know if you had anything more you wanted to share. Yeah. Dumb decision. Glenn, you was too kind for this world. Way too kind for this world.
And that was the sexiest he ever looked.
Glenn?
Yeah, in that moment.
Hair.
Yeah. He had a little bit of facial hair too when he was beating that man up. Oh, I was like, finally, he's locked in. But that's when you stop talking before you kill someone in these shows. Because that talking, now all of a sudden you feel bad because they pleading for their life. Nigga, think about what was happening before they started pleading for their life. Why you wanted to. That's the thing. I'm like, you got to stop talking. Too much of this, not enough of this.
Yes. It's only one way. It's only one way.
Gotta be more like Carl. When that little boy pulled up on him, he didn't even
He
respond.
didn't even think. He's
Right.
putting that gun down. He said, "I don't care. I'm still gonna shoot
Right.
you, nigga."
Hershel's like, he's just a boy. Nigga,
Right.
I'm just a boy. The fuck?
Right. Pull the trigger, Channy.
You
Yeah.
know who my daddy is? Please act
Right.
accordingly. Please act accordingly.
They should have named
Right.
Carl Rick Jr. for real.
Right.
I mean,
Mm.
all right. This scene, we have Rick and Morgan viewing the little quarry with the 30,000 walkers. And that's when Rick decides to come up with this grand plan to save Alexandria from the herd. Was it smart or dumb for him to try to enact this plan? Because again, they use so many of their key individuals in this plan. So everybody spread out. You had Darryl, Sasha, and Abraham on one path. You had people in other places. And they also used multiple Alexandrian members who they were not they were not built for this at
They
all.
clearly was not.
And this obviously directly leads into one of the wolves driving into Alexandria and his dead body. Because Spencer shot him, his dead body on the horn that eventually leads the herd into Alexandria. So, was it smart or dumb for Rick to try to initiate this plan, knowing that
These people
how
was
grand
like,
of a plan it is and how many resources and how many other variables were needed?
I think it was smart. I mean, there's no way to predict when the wolves would have attacked.
Yeah.
So like can't blame them for that. That was a freak incident. Also wasn't his fault, was Aaron's fault.
Yeah.
Two, they didn't really have a choice. Like didn't like one of the trucks fall or something, and that's what led, because they all started coming out more. So he was like, we don't, because who was it? Tobin was like, Rick, this was supposed to be a run through, and Rick was like, we don't have a choice now. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Things did go wrong, unfortunately. It was a run through for them to get the plan, but things went wrong. So that's why it led to what they went.
Yeah. Because that guy got his face eaten too. Yeah.
A lot of people died.
Yeah, a lot of people died. It was not looking good for them. None of the people died though.
Yeah,
So,
all the Alexandrians died. All the Alexandrians
Because they were
died.
not equipped for, like, they knew nothing about the walkers before Rick and the gang joined.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they
Because like we all been saying earlier, Rick put everybody to work versus in Alexandria. Oh, we're just gonna let Aiden and Nicholas or whoever do these runs and do everything, and these were the village idiots. So it all blew up in their face.
Yeah, Rick said, I'm gonna teach you how to survive, nigga. If I ain't gonna do nothing
Right.
else.
Right. I'm gonna teach you how to survive.
Yeah.
And that's why anyone who ended up with Rick, eventually they got with the program.
Yeah.
It never failed. Gabriel is a good example. Aaron, I mean, he's
Hershel.
one of the few Alexandrians who survived.
Yeah.
And he locked in, like, and became vicious. Hershel's another good example. Even Beth, like, best fighter, but she still knew how to, you know, she knew what the situation was. She wasn't in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree because there was no other choice, but I also feel like they didn't necessarily. They were being proactive versus reactive, which I guess is a positive. But I don't think there was any way to tell what was the worst possible scenario. Like the worst possible scenario actually happened from them taking actions and other stuff that was outside of their control, but they didn't necessarily experience anything bad with that herd up until they tried to get rid of the herd. So I don't know. But I think
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wonder why they didn't just block find something to block the way they were getting out, like put
Mm,
another truck there or something. You know what I mean? Like there were plenty. If they were able to build the wall, they could have built something trapping them in. I
yeah.
Yeah.
feel like that would have been a better way to use resources without really risking. Because the plan was for them to always come out of where they were. So I felt like it
Mhm.
wouldn't have been easier to just put them in. And
Yeah.
I would have said blow them up, but that would have brought more of them.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but
The
Yeah.
sound, yeah.
yeah,
Tough.
yeah.
Tough, tough. Another storyline that everybody hated.
It's PTSD. You've been through trauma.
Daddy?
It's all right, Dwayne. You stay there, son. Don't you come up here.
We get Morgan, who was on his killing rampage before he runs into Eastman. And then Eastman basically does his psychological work and gets Morgan to have his no-kill rule, which then leads to Morgan, instead of killing the wolf prisoner, he creates that prison for the wolf, who eventually escapes, kidnaps Denise. Then, even though Morgan was right in that all life is precious and the wolf does have a change of heart, Carol witnesses this, and then Carol starts to change because she's witnessed that, oh, maybe there is humanity in people after all. And she becomes a reluctant survivor until she eventually leaves Alexandria, knowing
Mhm.
how much issues were about to come with the conversation uh, with regards to the saviors. So, was it a smart or dumb decision by Morgan to adopt this whole no kill sort of ideology?
Oh, that was dumb.
As hell.
Yeah.
As
Sorry,
hell. You can't be like that.
at all. It
You
was dumb.
can't.
Like, not only was it dumb, but it was irritating.
He
Like,
Yes.
It was like domino effects, like him not killing the wolves when he stumbled upon them in the woods when he's by himself. That was just a
Mhm.
domino effect. Even though like obviously Aaron of it all, like his photos and stuff led them to Alexandria. However, if he would have killed them beforehand, he would have met up with them again and then like the whole Denise thing and all of that. Kill
yeah.
them niggas. That's it.
Right. Like, and I do think part of Morgan's issue was there was no in between. There was no
Yeah.
just
Black
killing
and
for
white.
survival with him. When he started to kill, it was like, I'm killing everybody in sight. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. And I'm
Yeah.
killing in the same way possible. Because
Yeah.
later in the show, when who is it? It's when they're dealing with Negan and everyone. I think it's
Mhm.
8 or something, but Morgan and Carol are trying to get Ezekiel back from the Saviors when the Saviors are in the kingdom. And Morgan's like dead ass stalking, like hunting that one Savior. I can't think of his name, but I was like, oh my God, this dude's
Yeah.
like,
Well, yeah. When he's in
yeah,
savage mode, he's in savage mode.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that, like it was, and he just doesn't have like an in between. Like
Yeah.
Glenn, he killed when it was absolutely like necessary, he
Yeah.
felt. And same with Maggie. Like they had their moments, but yeah, when Morgan got to killing, I was like, oh my God. Like, Jesus. It was a lot.
Yeah, I just think while I hated the ideology, I somewhat understood it because he basically isolated himself the whole entire time. It was him and
Mhm.
Dwayne. He has not experienced anything that Rick and their group had experienced. And
Yeah.
so once he struggles with being unable to kill his Walker wife, and then his Walker wife kills his son, he
Mhm.
loses his mind, and then he's just never the same person ever again. Because it's dumb because in this world, and I hate to quote him again, you either kill or die, or you
Yep.
die to kill. And he
Yeah.
Yep.
just never adopted that. And it became so frustrating because there was real shit
That was
happening.
really happening
Real
to them
people
at that moment.
when the wolves infiltrating, they were killing defenseless people, and he's just like, stop,
Right.
stop,
Which is just so, like,
stop.
Right, with the
Don't
stick.
right.
you don't have to do this,
There's a
please.
better way. Like, it remind me of, like, it's like, stop, this isn't you. Stop. Like, bro, this is very much down. Like,
It was very much like the Dare drug program back in the day.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
don't do
Yeah.
drugs, kids. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you
It-
might feel good, but don't do it, kids.
always at the
Yeah.
most inconvenient time.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yes.
who's not to kill?
Like, you're getting
Yeah.
attacked right now, dude. Come on.
Right.
Fight
We're
back.
fighting for
Fight
our
back.
lives. Nigga, help us.
Fight back.
And you
Right.
have a skill set. That makes it
Right.
worse. That makes it
Like,
worse.
you can actually fight and kill. Yes.
Right.
Man,
Yeah.
listen, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Where are we? Oh, I know you both will like this scene.
Get off of me! I have to! What?
Listen. If I was Andrew Lincoln and I was on set that day and I shot that scene and then I asked the director to see it and I see it behind the camera, if I was around, I'm like, yeah, I'm really that nigga. I'm really him. I'm really him. Like, I'm really him.
Oh, that's the people at Hilltop ain't know what the fuck to do.
They did not. They didn't know who they ran into.
At all. They were shook. They were like, who the fuck did Jesus bring back into our
Literally.
like, they think like they and he even said he was like, we're farmers. Like our people, they don't fight, we don't have guns, we're farmers. Nigga, now y'all traumatized because like that shit was so funny because
I know.
at that point Rick was so numb to killing.
Mhm.
He loved it.
Right, especially when it's necessary. This guy
Yes.
literally stabbed Gregory and was trying to kill him. He's like, what? Why y'all tripping?
Right.
I
we-
handle the
Y'all don't
problem
kill niggas often like me.
Right. I'm used to this. Okay.
Right.
I don't know what y'all been doing here, but this is what we do.
Right.
this is how we solve problems.
Right.
But in this scene, this is when the group finally arrives to Hilltop, and then they become privy to the whole savior sort of oppression of it all. And that is when they decide to make this pact to like, hey, if we get rid of the saviors for y'all, can we get some of y'all food? Because we is hungry.
Yeah, we
Was it
starved.
smart or dumb on Rick's part to take on this challenge with zero intel about the saviors?
This was dumb. I couldn't stand with him.
I know. Hate to say it. Hate to say it because this literally, like, I hate to see this list. There's a lot of dumb shit happening around here. Whoa. Whoa. It literally, like, a real domino effect, right? Them
Yeah.
killing the saviors, Lynn dying, Abraham dying. Who else died? Denise. Everybody died after this happened.
Rick became Negan's bitch for like 2 seasons.
I mean, Rick, they was like, Rick, you not gonna find a plan to beat this nigga? And Rick is like, what do you want me to do?
Right. I'm like, nigga, remember who you are. The
He
fuck?
said, I am not him no more.
Oh,
I am not him.
that
I'm
was one of
scared.
the nauseating scenes in television to watch that.
Yeah.
Like, you got my man on his knees, begging, snot coming out his nose, crying, fighting for his life. Like, but I also think it's important to remember, because people always love to say, oh, Rick started the beef with the saviors. No, he didn't. That was the saviors when they pulled over Sasha, Abraham, and Darryl.
Mhm.
And Darryl had to blow them up. They
Yeah.
started it. Rick, they started shit on like a 5 though, and Rick took it to a 20.
Yes, he did.
Like that was the difference. Like Rick did take it a lot further.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was dumb, because Rick truly had no idea he had no idea, and that's because he got cocky.
Yeah, he
I
did.
think he thought that every group was like
a small group.
Yeah, they were all like Alexandria.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought every group was a small group, and they haven't experienced what we experienced. So
Yeah.
even if they had some battles with other groups, they ain't
been
with
through
us.
half the shit.
Yeah,
Right.
they ain't been through the trenches.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
like
We got it out the mud like us.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it was dumb. I was still co-sign everything that they did, but I think it was dumb to just go in with. They didn't have any information. It was just like, okay, it's an outpost. All right,
Right.
we'll go at
It's
night.
guns there. It's food there. Like, I got everything I need. I don't give a fuck about nothing else.
He's like, I got my niggas.
Yeah.
What y'all got?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely dumb on his part. Dumb. Okay, next one. This one broke my heart, man.
I could have gone with Tara. I could have told her I loved her, but I didn't. Because I was afraid. That's what's stupid. Not coming out here, not facing my shit, and it makes me sick that you guys aren't even trying, because you're strong and you're smart and you're both really good people, and if you don't wake up and face your...
She ain't deserved that, man.
No, she
ain't
didn't.
deserved that.
Not Dr. Denise.
But Denise essentially convinces Darryl and Rosita to take her on her first ever run, and it ends up being her last run.
First and
unfortunately.
last.
Yeah. Was it smart or dumb on Denise's part, especially since she was one of the few people with medical training at Alexandria?
Yeah.
Dumb.
I kind of forgot that she was like one of the few
The
people.
only.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
it.
because it was just Pete, and then Pete died.
Yeah.
Well, Pete was taken up out of here.
He had to. He had to.
Yeah, honestly, I probably would have put a rule in place that said, if you got medical training, you're not stepping foot out this goddamn camp. We'll teach you how to fight in a very closed quarters situation. Like,
you stay in the clinic and you don't move. You hear me?
Right. You're the only one who gets to live a life of luxury.
Literally.
Matter of fact, what I would have done, Morgan, since you wanted to protect all life is precious, go protect baby girl. Go protect baby girl. If something happened to her, something happened to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Is it smart or dumb on her part to insist on going on this dangerous pharmacy run?
Yeah. It's
so dumb. So dumb. So dumb.
Like,
so dumb, because then it was like, Maggie getting sick and stuff. They wouldn't have to go to the hilltop.
Right. Yeah. I get why she wanted to go though.
Yeah.
Like, I get, and I do have respect for her wanting to go, because she wanted to be aware of what was going on. She wanted to be able to hold her own. So I have respect for her for that. She did not go out a bitch. So I do have to give her that.
Yeah.
This is true.
Because she didn't go out weak. She wanted to be stronger. And unfortunately, it had nothing to do with a walker taking her out. It was Dwight and them doing it. And Dwight wasn't even aiming for her. So yeah.
Right.
Because he wanted Darryl.
Yeah. Tough. But that was also one of the changes that they made, because it's in the comics, Abraham is the one that dies by an arrow. Yeah. I can't remember on which arc. I think it might have been the Savior arc that he dies the same way. With
Crazy
the arrow.
story to tell, man.
And then Sophia doesn't die in the book. Sophia grows old and ends up marrying Carl.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Which, no, I'm sorry. I would have rather had.
She can die. She can still die.
Carol was just that girl. Like, I'm not I can't think of any storyline or character I would trade for Carol. Like,
She's
there
good.
isn't.
Yeah, no, she is that girl.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I only would have kept it because the comics are told from the perspective of an
Of
older
Carl.
Carl. So the
Yeah.
fact that they killed Carl, it's like,
Dumb as hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, one of the worst things they ever did. One of the worst things they ever did.
It would have been cool to see Carol and Sophia stay in the show. Like, if Carol would have, like, I could have seen her having, like, a conversation like Elastigirl in The Incredibles, where she was telling her kids, these motherfuckers will kill you. These are not the villains in the cartoons you watch. You need to lock the fuck in. I
Yeah.
could see the moment where Carol's like, your dad was a bad man. He's gone, but we still got evil things out there we need to handle.
Yeah.
So you
Right.
need to put the fuck up. We
Yeah.
both do. Like, I think that would have been cool to have like a mother-daughter duo. Had a father-son duo with Rick and Carl. I feel like that would have been cool, especially since they weren't coupled in any way. Like, Carol and Rick were never coupled in the
Yeah.
show.
No.
So that could have been an interesting dynamic.
I kind of
That's
like
a
that.
great, yeah. We
I kinda
never
like
got
that.
any mother-daughter
No, we didn't.
combos.
And I feel like if The Walking Dead was out today, we probably would get that. But since
Yeah.
this is, what do we
Yeah.
call this? Mid 2010s? Like, what do we call those?
2010.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
came in 2010.
Yeah. We had Michonne and Judith. They were essentially mother and daughter.
Up
But
until they wrote her off the show because she was
Yeah.
getting them Disney checks.
listen, Wakanda forever, bitch. I would have been gone too. Right.
And this and you take away my man?
Right. I would have been like, I gotta go.
I don't need to be here. I got bigger checks to cash out.
Right.
When Ryan Coogler calls, I pick up.
Yes.
I pick up. Right.
Yes.
Right. She was in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Infinity Wars, and Endgame. She
Yeah.
got it back.
Yep.
Yeah.
She wasn't just in a little TV show. She was in the big.
Yes.
Two of those
Yes.
movies hit $1 billion. 4 of those, all of them hit $1 billion. Now that's
Right.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smart
Yeah.
move. Smart move. Always
Yeah.
always rooting for the black people.
All
right.
Hands up.
Please don't hurt me. It doesn't have to be this way. You can turn back and you can go home. Nobody has to get hurt.
It's looking like someone's got to get hurt.
Man, why don't you just grab her before she passes out?
Don't, please!
Carol, dealing with all of the trauma from her kill count, doesn't tell anyone and eventually leaves Alexandria. Is this a smart or dumb move on her part? Because right after is when the rest of the group get caught up with Negan and the Saviors. And we
Yeah.
always say, every time Carol's not around,
Yeah. Things
shit
go left.
get spooky.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't really like this arc of
Me
Carol.
neither.
I
Mhm.
wasn't a fan.
It was weird.
Yeah, and it was like the timing of it just felt off. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't. I was not for it, because also it just didn't. Carol never seemed like the type to want to be alone.
Yes.
Like, not in a literal sense. Maybe like having her space, but she always did so well around Rick, around
Yes.
Darryl, Maggie, Michonne,
Any
Carl. Like,
community. Even
yeah,
with Alexandria, she was running around Alexandrians when she first got there.
trying to get all the tea on the
Yes.
Alexandria. So, but when it came to like her people, like Rick and them, those are her people. Like, it just, it didn't sit right with me. I didn't hate it, but I was just like, girl,
No,
wrap
I
this up.
hated it.
Like,
I hated it.
Get
it was
back to your
cool.
family.
Yeah, it was cool to get the kingdom out of it though. And I thought her and Ezekiel were cute. They was cute, whatever. Yeah. Like, but it wasn't worth it to me.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was dumb.
Yeah.
It was definitely dumb. It didn't do anything. I mean, I guess the biggest part of the story of it all is the kingdom part. Other than that, like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? And I guess it's kind of showing, like, obviously Carol was left alone when, Rick banished her, and she was only alone for 5 seconds.
Right.
However, now she's decided to be alone for a lifetime. I don't know about that. I don't know.
I also hate when there's a significant scene in a show and a main character isn't there for it. Like Glenn dying and Carol not being there for it, she was the only one from the crew not there. Like, I'm sorry, Aaron didn't need to be there. It would have been fine if it was Carol who was there, or replace Carol with Eugene. Like, or just add Carol. Like, I just don't think. I don't think
Especially that was like the core group too.
Yeah,
when
like
he
she was
died.
the only one from that group who wasn't there.
Yeah.
That never sat right with me. It reminded me of there's some show I was thinking of. I think it was Vampire Diaries. I can't think of it, but there is some show where like there was like a really significant moment, and like one of the main characters just was not there. And to me, I know what it was. I'm thinking of fucking Endgame.
Oh yeah.
Women did like the girl power scene. That shit
Yeah.
felt flat to me because I'm like, how you gonna have a girl power scene and the original It girl Natasha Romanoff not here? How does that make sense? Like the whole scene fell flat to me because I'm like, if Natasha would have been there and then died in the fight, that would have been one thing. But y'all killed her off, and now you want to have
and she the
girl
main
power.
is she the main girl in the Avengers?
Right. I'm
Yeah.
like, she's quite literally the only reason we have any other superheroes in the MCU, and you killed her off and then have a tribute to all the women superheroes. It was dumb. And like with Carol not being there, I'm like, this was such a significant and they never had a moment where they told her exactly what happened. It was all very vague. He was beat to death. Negan killed them. He died, but never there was nothing
How we
that
got here.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just feel like that missing context and not having her be a part of it, I think it was just a disservice to the scene to me. I think she should have been there. And I do think she would snap the fuck out of that I'm not killing shit. Had she been there, I don't think she would have kept that going for as long as she did.
This is true. This is very true. This is very true. Yeah, I agree. I hate, and then what made it even worse, you already had Morgan on his "I don't want to kill" vibe.
Right. We
Now
don't
you
need
give me,
Carol.
now you give me someone else. Oh,
Right.
That blew
brother.
me. That definitely blew me.
Right.
That was
And-
season 6, right?
Yeah, that's season 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this happens like right before they run into Negan. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I hated that.
Yeah.
I mistakenly forgot one of the videos, but I'll ask anyway. We also have in season 6 where Darryl ends up leaving Alexandria to go chase after Dwight. This makes Glenn and Michonne chase after him. They end up getting captured. Dwight captures Darryl, but ends up shooting him. So then that group is divided. Yet again, smart or dumb on Darryl's part for going on a solo mission.
Dumb. Like, they are really better together than they are apart. Like, them apart is like, and I hate to say, like, is it really Daddy Rick for real? Like, because Rick tells them everything that they need to do, how to do it, where to go do it, all of those things. So when Rick is not telling them what to do and how to do it and where to go, they do some dumbass shit.
They don't know what to do.
Every
They
time.
just and Darryl was absolutely acting out of emotion.
Yeah.
Like
Of
he was
course.
pissed off that he gave Dwight a second chance and
Yeah.
Dwight
And he can't get over it.
Yeah, he that whole thing, that was like a chip on his shoulder at that part. Like he couldn't get over it, which was valid, but I'm like, you're acting reckless.
Like, think about the bigger picture here, please.
Yeah.
Please. It's not just about you. Come on now.
Right.
1000%. Yeah. It was absurdly dumb. And this is right after the outpost attack.
Yes.
So you all should always be together because you should assume
You don't know
retaliation.
what's coming. Yeah.
You should assume retaliation. So the
They
fact
should
you're
have
going
been
to
training
leave.
they should have been training up them Alexandrians. Let's make sure y'all
Immediately.
want to punch. Let's
Before they heard, they should have been
Right.
defeated.
right. Especially after they got to rocking with the saviors, though. I'm like, y'all can fire a gun, but can you
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dumb on his part. All right. First to last scene.
mm.
Bitch nuts.
The girl was like, oh shit.
Making her stand?
Crazy.
Go back. Where?
Rick takes the entire leadership group to take a sick Maggie to Hilltop. Is this smart or dumb on Rick's part to take all the heavy hitters on one trip to get run into by the massive savior army?
This is so dumb. This is so dumb. And it's like, obviously, you know, Rick wasn't in the moment. It was smart because it's like, okay, you know, we can get this from Hilltop, whatever. But then it's just like, who's at Alexandria? Who's helping the people?
Right. Who's holding down the fort?
Who?
Nobody. Carl.
Nobody. Yeah, literally. No, because Carl with them.
Oh
Right.
yeah, Enid.
Right. Especially since he had no idea where Darryl, Rosita, Michonne, and Glenn were.
Yeah.
They were all gone.
Yeah.
They had after Darryl. So he had no idea where they were when they were coming back. I understood Maggie needed to go.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wouldn't it have been a little less conspicuous to just have maybe her, Aaron, and maybe like maybe Abraham.
Yeah.
And drive her up in a small car and just drive her up to Hilltop.
Yeah.
Because like Negan didn't know what Maggie looked like. The only person he really knew of, or that the Saviors knew of, was Rick, the leader.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So yeah, it was dumb, but I also got why he did it. But he was also thinking there would be a fight if he ran into Negan and them.
But also, I think
it was a fight, all right. He had a fight with that bat.
Right.
Please stop. That's PTSD for myself. But I also think that Rick, at that moment, it was like he's gotten through so much. What else could he not get through? You know, so it's like they're blocking off these roads, but I'm gonna pull out a map. I'm about to figure out where we at. We're gonna get around this. We're gonna get ahead of these people because they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
But they do. There's a lot of them niggas.
That was like, I know. The whole build up was so good.
Yeah.
I just remember I so remember watching it for the first time. Like, oh my God, they are fucked. Like every single pathway was blocked. Abraham, when he said go back, Abraham said, and go where? Oh, it's getting treacherous.
Yes.
Like
yes.
there's some serious shit going on right now.
Yes.
They did a great job building up.
Even them thinking about like splitting up and like going on foot. Like, okay, they gonna make it. Actually.
And you heard that goddamn whistling. And like whistling is such a creepy thing to hear at night in the dark. Like in the dark.
Yeah.
I just normally hear someone whistle. Like that's automatically threatening to me. And for years I couldn't figure out why until I was rewatching The Walking Dead, and I was like, that's why I don't like that shit. Here, like no, it puts me on edge because why are you whistling like that?
Yeah.
Couldn't have been me because once I heard the first whistle, whole clip empty, every direction.
Poor Maggie, she would have been dropped. I would like. If I was carrying that little stretcher, I would have dropped her.
Honestly, I would have had to have a conversation with her. You saw what happened to Lori. Why you think you're the special one?
Right.
Why you think you should have a baby?
Right.
Oh, that's such a terrible time to be sick.
Yes.
Exactly why you don't need to be getting knocked up.
Not in this world.
Bugging out. But we have reached our very last scene Do either of you want to take a guess what it may be?
Most likely
That is
the lineup.
yeah.
Yeah, since we just watched the build up.
Yeah.
Anything specific about the lineup? Or you
Glenn
don't
died.
even
Oh,
y'all don't even care. Just play the
Oh.
shit.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Hate to say it.
Or-
Let's see.
Oh,
So take a damn look. Take a damn look.
Should have guessed that.
No. No. Oh no.
So obviously in this scene, Negan has already killed Abraham. He was only going to kill Abraham, and so the group would have learned their lesson. But because Darryl strikes Negan, Negan then decides to then kill Glenn. So, is that smart or dumb on Darryl's part for being reactive in that moment?
He couldn't help it. The baby couldn't help it.
Like, I got it, I understood, but it was dumb.
It was dumb.
Like, he wasn't winning that fight. Even if Negan wasn't gonna kill Glenn,
It's
it
100
was
of niggas.
right. Like, what he think was gonna, he got one lick in. Now what? He
Yeah.
didn't even bleed from it. You know,
Yeah.
just that was
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. That was
yeah.
sad. It was so sad.
I also think that's why they specifically took Darryl back to the sanctuary too. But
To get him in line, get him in check.
yeah, yeah, it was dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I understood it though, but it was dumb.
I don't even think I understand it because there's no rational reasoning behind it. Even in a situation, of nigga, ain't you just got shot? Like,
Right.
should you be concerned about bleeding out? Like,
He don't give a damn about that.
like,
He did not care.
It was what, 200 to 5? Like,
He protected his family.
and
yeah.
and if you're going to take a leap of faith, you gotta end him. Like, you gotta have like a switchblade somewhere that was concealed. So it's
And
like right to the jugular, right to the jugular.
We're thinking there was emotion. We just seen Abraham beat to death.
Right.
They've been through a lot in a very poquito amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, learning the timeline of this show, jaw dropping. And like, I figured someone told me in my comments like what it was, and I paid attention really at the start of season 6 because I'm like, it hasn't been a nighttime scene in like 5 episodes. And then I was like, wait a minute, like this is really all the same day. Like from when they started when season 6 started and that they have the herd of walkers up until when Carl gets shot in the eye. That's one day. Like, I never realized that's how fast the timeline was moving. No
Things
wonder
were happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a comment we always would say. It was like, yo, Rick should have did this. But then we think about all the shit that Rick had to handle.
Yeah.
It was like there was no time for him to sit down and actually like, oh wait, what are we gonna do? Like, Lord just died. Then they got Hershel. Then they got these prisoners. Like, so much shit happens in such a short window.
Yeah.
It makes sense why this list is a bit lopsided. You're going to make dumb decisions if you don't have the time to actually sit down and think about it.
And strategize.
And I'm sure his PTSD like affects your brain. So I'm sure his brain was all types of jacked up because the back-to-back I mean, just from being shot as a cop and then waking up in the hospital.
And it's a whole other world that you know nothing about.
Like, I would have thought I was hallucinating. I wouldn't have thought it was real
It was
life.
a dream. Yes.
Wouldn't have realized it till I got big. Because I would have been like, it's just real.
Yeah.
And you wake up, the world is upside down. You think your family is dead, only to run into them in like a few days. Then a few days after that, you find out your bestie was piping your shorty.
Took your
That's
whole
Like,
day.
this too much.
like,
Get me out of here.
This is way too
Get
much.
me out of here.
I just woke up.
right,
I just
just
woke up.
woke
Yeah.
up.
I
Like,
just woke up.
Yeah.
and
Tough.
yeah, they like I just think about that, like 2010, when I had no phones, like the cell phones don't work. You know what I mean? Like that alone probably would have took me out.
Yeah.
Because my
We
instinct
barely
was
had an iPhone then. Like,
right. My
yeah.
instinct was like, oh my God, let me text her. I'm like, shit. Oh God. It
Yeah.
was really just back to back to back trauma. And
Yeah.
it makes sense like why so many people absolutely lost their mind.
Mhm.
I think it's would be more rare to find a Rick in that
Yeah.
situation. To
I
find or
agree.
really because Rick lost his mind multiple times. Glenn was really the rare one in the situation. Because Glenn, even when he was pushing to kind of be a bit more ruthless, he never actually went for it.
Mhm.
Like Glenn was always kind of like the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in this world, this universe, it's the most unrealistic sort of events because if this was real, there's no way in hell a group like that survives. Like they were
No.
supposed to have way more casualties. Just
Yeah.
way more casualties. They
Wow.
survived a tyrant who had his own community. They survived a flu that took out several of their people.
Yeah.
They also survived, I guess you could call him almost a borderline internal civil war with Shane. Like they
Yeah.
survived way too cannibals,
Yeah.
Negan, other
Starving.
communities,
Losing your
starving.
home.
Right.
Like
Right.
Yeah.
they were definitely not supposed
They
to
went
make it
through a lot.
as long as they did. So,
Went from
you
Atlanta
know,
to DC. Shit. God
Right.
damn.
yeah,
I wouldn't even make that drive in a civilized world.
Girl, I've done it so many times, child. It ain't for the weak.
Yeah.
The worst.
I did it once years ago and I was like, never again. Never
Girl,
again.
that's the worst drop of my life.
Right. I believe it. But yeah,
I gotta do it in a couple of months. Jesus.
they don't went through some shit this
Yeah, they
group.
have.
They
They really
did.
have.
yeah. I don't think there's enough therapy to fix any of them.
You
They
can't
are,
therapize this,
yeah,
psychologize.
they're cooked for life. They are
Yeah.
cooked
And
for
just surviving
life.
as a whole, you know, like
Yeah.
we're already surviving in this regular life that we're in, right? Think
Right.
about we're fighting walkers, we're fighting people, we're trying to find food, shelter, so many,
Right.
and it's raining.
Right. And then it's hot. I'm sorry. The summers would have
Yeah.
took me like a summer in Georgia dealing with walkers, a bunch of walking corpses, and I haven't showered in God knows how long.
I'm passing
I
out.
would, first of all, I would have been shaved my head. I would have shaved. like real shit. The second I would have found the camp, I would have been like, anyone got a knife, some scissors, let's cut this. Like, and then I would have been like, okay, we gotta find something to bathe. Like they have that
Yeah.
little, and nobody was even trying to bathe. Trying
Child, I know they
to
stank.
worry
Every-
in their
It's
clothes.
stanky.
I'm like, oh, I know it's funny.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Well, this is our complete list. Is there anything on here that you think we should change, or is it good as is? I think we're pretty sound, rational individuals.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We really talked
Yeah.
through these scenes though.
Right.
Also,
I'm gonna stand on it.
yeah, 10
I
toes.
respect it. I
Yeah.
respect it. I respect it. Is there anything else that well, for context, because I don't think I mentioned this earlier. So I've watched the show. I've watched the show multiple times. Regine watched the first season way back in the day and then dropped out. And then we watched it again for our channel. But we stopped covering it on the channel up until season 7 because to me, I hate the show after that. Like after season 7, it doesn't exist to me. So Regine is still watching it. I think she's up to season 9 at this
I'm on
point.
season 9.
Yeah, she's up to season 9 at this point. But yeah, is there anything either of you want to say about The Walking Dead as a whole? Like just in the history of TV, these characters, I know your love affair with Rick Grimes. But yeah, like
She said
the
yes.
floor is yours. The floor is yours.
I would say it is really hard if you didn't finish the show before the spinoffs, I think it's really hard to continue because I've never finished the show. So I've never made it past season 10, episode 9, and I made it that far last year. But right now, I'm like episode 3, I think.
Yeah, I'm like 3, 4 too. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's so hard for me to keep pushing because I know Maggie and Negan have a spinoff, and everything about that does not sit right with my spirit. Because how did we get there?
Money
How did we
grab.
get there?
Capitalism.
It's hard for me to get there. But I want to see Michonne and Rick's spinoff.
You gonna watch it?
I'll watch theirs. I'll watch
Okay.
theirs because I think it's only 8 episodes. I think it's just like a
Okay.
little
It's
series.
6. It's 6
Okay,
episodes.
yeah. So
Okay.
I'll watch theirs. And I saw little clips. Oh, they missed each other bad. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. Like
Those are the only good parts. Everything outside of it is filth, in my opinion.
Yeah. Have you seen the Darryl show? I've heard mixed reviews on it.
In my opinion, all of the spinoffs are bad.
Okay. Okay.
Every single one of them. Like the Fear the Walking Dead is bad. The Fear the Walking Dead had some decent seasons, but it's also hard to watch because you're so used to Rick's group and how they handle shit, and now you're watching a whole new group that's doing all the same fucked up mistakes, and it's like I can't watch this.
Yeah.
That pissed me off too.
Dumb. And Fear the Walking Dead, they're so dumb. I couldn't make it past season 2. Everybody was raising my blood pressure. I was like, I can't do that.
And then what made it worse is then they bring back Morgan and they do the flip flop shit with his ideology again.
Oh
Of
my
like
God.
sometimes he be putting shit down, and then sometimes it's like, no, we shouldn't kill. All life is. I couldn't do it, but that's bad. Then they had the future one, which was like World Beyond with a bunch of kids. Horrible, absolutely horrible. It's not good. It was only on for like 2 seasons, and they had Jadis in the 2nd season, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, she's irritating.
Yes, she is.
The garbage people, I just never understood that whole storyline.
Yeah, and I don't think that's from the comics either. I don't know where they got the garbage
You can
people.
you can tell these extra groups are kind of like new thoughts. New thoughts.
Right.
Because the people are so far off. Like they're so like her accent, Ezekiel, his fucking accent. I fucking hate it. The tiger, like it's like either you're
but Ezekiel is in the comics. I think the tiger as well.
I hope he don't have the accent in the comics.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about that.
Like that just threw me. It's just like it makes me think of if something like this happened, will people create these characters to survive?
I mean, not for nothing, we did have the Tiger King. The Tiger King. So there are these eccentric characters that do exist.
I guess people are really like that. I forget how fucking weird people are. So
like I feel like they'd probably be in Florida or something, but I definitely think it would
Accurate.
happen. Like,
Accurate.
definitely be someone in Florida who comes up with some. I liked Ezekiel. I will say a big part of me liking was because I like the actor.
Yes.
Drawing a blank on his name, but he does a lot of like voice animation.
Carrie Payton.
Oh, yep. He does a lot of the voice acting and a lot of the DC animated shows. So as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, oh, no. So I got excited. But I thought his character was like interesting. I don't know. He just added something to the show. Like he wasn't a favorite, but when he dropped, I liked him and Jerry. I think that's what it was because I love Jerry. Jerry's also a fine ass man. Jerry, Sadiq, Ezekiel, Rick, Grimes, and Glenn. Top 5. Yeah. And if we're not considering personalities and what their character did, Negan. If we just going off face card.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's an attractive white man.
Yeah, that's Benny Duquette. Like, I'm gonna stick beside him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, all the spinoffs are bad. I think I watched the first season of Daryl Dixon. It was blah.
Isn't he in Europe or something?
Yeah. He's in Europe. And that first season, he's like protecting this boy who they believe is a cure to the apocalypse, but it's more like a religious sort of thing of like, he's our savior sort of vibe. But that doesn't go anywhere. And then they introduce like this whole mutated Walker sort of thing that also doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't think I was ever gonna get to
None of
spinoffs, so I'm trying to
none of
get
the
through The
spinoffs.
Walking Dead.
Right.
And I
I'm
can't wait to be done.
Yeah, because it really does drag. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to force I was tempted to just skip season 9 altogether and just start right back where I was at season 10, episode 9,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I don't wanna season 9 was boring. It
Yeah.
I
I
yeah,
don't spoil anything for me. I
yeah,
am
no
trying
spoilers.
to see, like, where is this going? I just got to the part where Rick got hurt because he fell the horse went crazy, and he fell on the little thing, and
Oh,
so
yeah,
he's trying to get, like, survive or whatever, but ain't much going on, so we'll
yeah,
see how this season goes for me.
yeah.
Oh, I think it's the biggest fall off in TV history.
You
Nah,
think?
I think you did say that, well,
I think
the
it
number,
is.
they dropped significantly.
Well, yes, but I just think in general, I
Oh,
think it in terms of TV shows, like their peak is here, and then
Yeah,
those latter seasons are just
yeah,
miserable, hate
mm,
watch TV. Because yeah, most people will say Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones was only really bad for like the second half of season 8.
yeah, right. Because I liked season 7 of Game of Thrones. I mean, it wasn't
I
a
did
favorite,
too.
but I had fun.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
I didn't think it
It
was
moves
bad.
the story along, which is a
Yeah,
good thing.
Yeah, but I
yeah,
think Walking Dead is egregious because there's multiple bad seasons.
mhm.
And then they made it even worse because season 11 is 23 episodes.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, and I am
And I watched it when it was airing. It aired across 2 years because this was right around COVID. So it was like 8 I think it was like groups of 8. I think it was like 8 at one point in the fall, then another 8 in the spring of whatever year, and then the final I know
That's
my math is
sad.
wrong. Yeah,
they
it
were
was
dragging.
bad. Yeah, they
That's
were
They were
dragging.
dragging.
sad. Oh my
It was
god.
Yeah,
Why would
I
they do
hated it.
that?
I'm really
I
just trying
hated
to
it.
wrap this up at this
I
point.
know,
Like,
me too.
Yeah, good
yeah,
luck.
I might skip season 9 and just go to
Oh my
season
god, please, stop saying that. You're gonna make me skip season 9.
like, I just remember being so bored,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't take it. I was like,
Yeah.
"Well"
You get rid of the 3 most pivotal characters. Granted,
yeah,
Rick is not their fault because he wanted to leave because he was tired of being in Atlanta and because his family's
yeah,
in the UK. But then we already brought up Michonne getting them
Yeah.
Disney checks. But then killing off Carl for the
Yeah.
alleged petty shit
yeah.
because he was an adult and they didn't want to give him an adult salary.
That's
Like,
insane.
Crazy, by the way.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Same
like
thing with Maggie had a little bit too much dip on her chip, thinking she did deserve a pay increase, but
oh, is that why she
allegedly she left the show because she wanted a bigger pay increase in comparison to like Rick and the rest of them or whoever else was like high earners on the show.
Mm.
Didn't work out in terms of getting that pay increase. She was starting other shows. The other shows bombed, and then she came back.
yikes.
Hate to see it. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
It is what it is. It is what it is.
yeah.
What it is.
But any last thoughts before I give the outro? This is definitely the longest recording me and Regine have ever done. But this was fun. This was fun.
It was fun. It's like a game. It's like a game.
Yeah, I definitely should have gave y'all a warning. I don't know when to stop talking, so
We don't either.
Guilty as charged.
yeah, it's
Guilty
impossible
as
to do a
charged.
short episode of anything with me on if I have to talk. So
And of all things, The Walking
Right.
Dead.
Yeah.
right, but we all matched each other's energy. This was fun. I love talking about the show. I'm talking about shows in general, so this was a
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah.
Like, you can literally tell how long we've been talking because it was daylight when we started.
This is true. This is
I have one ring light and it's dark now behind you.
I know.
Yeah.
yes. But that is our official Walking Dead decision board. Of course, big love to Alexandria for joining us. Every time I say the word Alexandria, I now have to associate you with the actual location.
People ask me all the time, is that my actual name or is it just because I like The Walking Dead? I'm like, no, it's my name. It's my government.
Child, people are so crazy. They'll say anything.
I mean, hey, some people take on personas.
True.
That's true. That's true. I wish I did.
I don't have that much creativity in
Me neither.
I would probably forget it halfway through.
I was
Like,
like, who are y'all talking to?
right. I would be like, who's that bitch? Like, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have time for characters. Like, if
Yeah.
it ain't making me money, then what are we doing it for?
I
What are we
know.
really doing? But make sure you tap in with her on TikTok and YouTube. Obviously, we'll have her tagged in the description, links below. We'll even have a nice little lower third, as the creatives normally do. But now we need to hear from you. How would you arrange this board? Tell us whether you agree or disagree, and be respectful, especially in the comments, because one, they're women, so be nice. That's one. Two, we don't even respond to the hate. I block you immediately. I don't acknowledge it. I don't go back and forth. Like, people be talking crazy. Like, every time we get something wrong about House of the Dragon, oh brother, you would have thought the shit was in social studies. You would have thought the shit was in social studies. The way they be defending shit.
I say shit wrong on purpose just to piss them off.
See,
Rage
that's
bait.
the kind of petty I
yes.
aspire to
And
be.
yes.
That's the kind of petty I aspire.
I stay calling them the wrong name. That's half the time because I can't remember. All their names start with A or R. Like,
I know. It's all the same.
And they all related anyway. Tell us whether you agree or disagree in the comments. Smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay tuned into the show. And if you want more, our full rewatch series, Rewind and Analyze, is exclusively on Patreon, where we covered The Walking Dead, True Detective, Lovecraft Country. What else have we watched? True Blood.
Yeah.
We got over 100 hours of content on there with 0 ads. And make sure you just tap the link in the description to join us, and we will see you next time.
thanks for having me.
Yay! That's it.